This is Project Epoch, brought to you by Bull Critters Corner.
Until they come across, that's
I
great.
am Bull Critter Steve. And joining me tonight is Bull Critter John, Bull Critter Corinth, and Bull Critter Son of Pookie. And tonight we are going to be taking our last delve into the histories of Gojira for at least a short while.
At least for 4 weeks.
At least for 4 weeks. I think when we come back from the 4 weeks, we may be addressing the larger histories of our world, which we still haven't come up with a name for. Or have we?
That's true. Not that I know of. I jokingly call it Chicken Little because the fucking sky is always falling.
Yeah, I mean
I think it should be something like a
nickname,
like Wormscape maybe, or Dragonscape, or something that's to do with dragons, dude.
Yeah,
I like that. We got to play with something there. That's a good ballpark to play in. But that's where we're at. I believe where we left off last week. Yes, where we left off last week. Pookie had just picked his legacy.
That's right.
So, did you actually explore that legacy? No, you still have to explore your legacy. So, we're going to be exploring a legacy that Pookie has picked. And then once we've explored that legacy, then it will be Bull Critter John's turn to pick our focus, our lens for the night.
Thank goodness.
And we will see where that leads us. That is the rabbit hole we are going down tonight. So, Pookie, if you take a look at the legacy cards, you can either explore the one that you picked out or one of the 3 other legacies that are available.
So just because I changed my legacy doesn't mean I have to pick it?
Correct.
No, you can pick any one of the legacies.
I wonder how many people are going to show up at like 9 o'clock going, "Oh crap, time change."
Yeah.
At least half our viewers. So I'd be like, what, 8? Dude.
I was awake when it happened, and I was like, "Fuck, that's even less sleep."
I was at work.
All right, I think I'm going to stick with my legacy being the Shadowheart clan.
You're going to explore the Shadowheart clan? Okay.
Yep.
So an event or a scene somewhere in the histories that we've created that talks about the Shadowheart clan.
And he can do an event. He can nest it with an event and a dictated scene as well, right?
If he wants to, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, at this point, we've been loose enough. If we wanted to actually do a role-played scene, we could do that too.
True.
Whatever feels like it most naturally fits what we're trying to create.
Yeah, we'll kill airtime while you decide. So this is a good time to mention that next week, probably for the next 4 weeks.
I'm not sure about that yet, so hold on that announcement.
No. I'm just going to say Bull Critter Steve's not going to be here, so we'll be doing something else. We're not quite sure what it is.
Bull Critter Steve may have presented reasoning for a change of plans for at least a delay on the original idea.
Okay, no, that's fine. Hey, that's fine.
We'll take a minute to talk about it at the end of the broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
So
after we have the cameras off.
So that the audience knows where we are on the Moto Hearts, I'm trying to find all the little spots on the map, and I think the first one we have is the
assassination, right?
Under the Moto the Shadowheart is assassinated.
Yeah.
Actually, I believe the first instance of the Shadowhearts is when the Iron Fangs and the Shadowhearts go to war.
There, yeah. Someone got a phone check. Which is a good reminder to make sure my phone's on vibrate.
Luckily I had just thought about that like maybe a minute before that phone went off. And I just muted mine.
I just got the broadcast together in 10 minutes. I'm just proud of that. So they went to war over the grasslands of Gojira in the south.
Yeah. Which, it's actually kind of helpful because that will probably help us kind of figure out what location all these clans belong to. So, I mean, clearly if they're fighting in the south, then they're probably in that area already.
Yeah.
So
that would be kind of, man, it almost. I wonder if there's a way to combine both Microscope and Dawn of Worlds into one system of sorts, or if you would just lose too much of the Dawn of Worlds history if you ran them parallel to each other.
I
think
think
the Dawn of Worlds is really intended for very, very broad strokes.
yeah.
Where this gets, I mean, this isn't
Yeah.
microscopic, even given the name, but it is a lot closer detail to things going on.
Yeah.
Well, my thought was when we define the country areas, right? Or when we define certain locations for events to happen and things, like that's a mechanic that we use in Dawn of Worlds, but in Microscope we haven't, and we could have. I think we can create probably some mechanic to where it's like not only do you place the event, but you place the event location on the map, and then that way
possibly
each of those could be developed as well.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, or you could always just kind of like you could make each location its own microscope. Like that's the thing with Microscope is you could just do it that way.
I think that like a microscope of just the living metal city, since it started as an island, turned into an airship, and then turned into a meteor, which is now an underwater labyrinth of doom. Could be a pretty interesting microscope.
That'd be a hilariously amazing microscope.
And then maybe we could figure out who's actually in charge. Is that where Temporis is? Is that where, who's running? Like, we know what races are there.
But who's running that show?
A couple of powerful figures who have been there, but we don't actually know for sure.
Yeah.
Who or what is running the show.
1 second. Is that you at the ready? Pookie?
How do you make the box bigger?
You got to zoom in and find the little draggy bars on it. Which box are you trying to make bigger?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
It's under Imperial Gojira.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. You got it first.
Holy, that's big. Look at that box. It's big.
Look how massive my event is.
Look how massive it is.
So what are we looking at?
It says Alexi Shadowheart destroys the spine of Alatoon and creates 10 rings and gives them to major players within the Shadowheart.
We just like breaking up our powerful magic items and making them smaller and smaller.
Hey, that's how you make an artifact into like a minor artifact.
I like it. It's cool.
So
there we go.
It leaves the possibility of a Voltron in every age.
That's right. It's all about that Voltron.
We've got 10 rings and
shout out to my childhood.
13 weapons
and you gave them to the leaders of men, but they were all deceived.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right. Goddamn right.
Can my focus be on the invention of soda missiles?
Your focus can be on whatever you want it to be on.
It was a joke about Voltron.
I know. That's okay. I started trying to watch Voltron again, about 15 years ago. And nostalgia is a terrible bitch.
Yeah.
And I got through 4 episodes and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. It hurts me too bad.
So why did the time of the Iron Vice suddenly get...
I'm not touching
stuff. What the fuck just happened?
I'm not touching nothing. Oh man, it'd be great if it was all linked, kind of like the way the OBS page is, and when you change one, it changes every single one it was copied off of or something.
That'd be fucking terrible, actually.
Screwed. You really change one, and you're just like, crap.
Yeah.
So, from the horse's mouth, we got what you got. What's the plan? What are we seeing?
Well, I did my event.
You did that. Are you doing a dictated scene or not?
A member of the Shadowheart, Alexi, which is a interesting naming paradigm. Mm-hmm. He definitely is a little bit of a different person from all the other Shadowhearts who have named so far. But so far, the Shadowhearts have been too consistent either, which is kind of cool. It makes me want to explore just the damn Shadowhearts.
Yeah, remember I said that they're like the what's that conspiracy in the Kolot? They're like the Kolot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the Kolot? What are they called?
So
The ones that do the Maho, the blood
The
magic,
Kolot, no, the Kolot are the ones who
the
like
assassination.
puppeteer. No, they puppeteered two of the emperors.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were part of the Gaio-Zira assassination plan or whatever.
Yeah, the big conspiracy. I forget what it's called.
I think it starts with a G. The conspiracy.
I think it
Anyway.
does start with a G too.
the G.
can't-
But I think you're right.
conspiracy.
I think the group that does it is called the Kolot.
The Kolot, yeah.
Which sounds way too close to a colon, but whatever. I don't care. It's like a blot colon.
Okay. So a reminder.
That wasn't
on
a joke. I'm just saying.
I gotta pick something that's already placed, or
No,
It's like the
just gotta
You pick a focus.
yeah, okay.
You can pick something that's already placed, or you can pick something new,
And place an event or a thing for it.
Or a period,
or a
depending on
period
what.
if you wanted to. Like, let's say maybe you wanted to. I don't know. I don't have a good example right now, but if you had something that really like needed its own period,
Yes. What's your example?
I don't have one.
What's whose example?
That's what I was like.
Whose focus is it? It's not mine, right? I did the legacy.
It is. It's John. By the way, I see a couple of new names in our chat. I see a Double Slappy and a Stu Lou 89 that I have not seen before. So thank y'all for checking us out. I
Thanks
hope
for
you're not
checking us
bots.
out. Welcome to the stream.
Hope you're not bots. So hey, but
Yeah.
we're,
I can't see anybody in the stream.
so what you do is you go over and you make sure you have the. Because I clicked over and I looked at users in chat. I looked at the little person thing and it shows me all the people in chat right now. So
Nobody's chatting.
well, you know, me and Grumpy had he was just letting us know that he has a smartphone, or whoever this non-doxed person could be, that they have a smartphone and they are good with their time changes.
Are you doxing people again?
I'm trying not to dox people. It's really hard. You know, I think I should like come up with a new name like D is for doxing or something like that. I don't know. So while John,
just real quick, guys, I'm not done yet. I just had a question. When
Sure.
we picked all of the clans and defined what they were,
yes,
that was at a certain period in time. That
No.
was at near the end, right? Like when
that was
they were
at the
given
point.
the 13 feudal states.
Yeah, so we said the 13
Okay.
feudal states. Those are the 13 major clans that
Cool.
all had a piece
Yeah.
of the Sword of Alatun.
It's right
Okay.
here underneath the scene. Tashal gives 13 numerani to the 13 great clans.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that
Sure,
where I created the thing was not gonna wherever that was.
I got you. Do you need some time to cover? Like, do you need us to?
I'm just gonna make the card real quick and then I'll present.
Did
it to
we
you guys.
actually put the list with the names up anywhere?
I have it on a Google Doc right now.
Yeah, I don't.
I have the paper. We didn't actually make a card for it. I have it in paper format as well.
Yeah, I have it on Google. I have that and all the different weapons in a Google Doc, as well as any NPCs we've
So-
created.
While John is working on that, I'm gonna put a card on the side here that just has the 13 major clans. That way we
Okay.
have the names, stock, lock, and barrel.
That's fine.
That way, if someone happens to not have them in their brain pan,
There's a Viking. I don't even know how to respond to that, but that's so weird. You know, there's a kink for everything nowadays, and I mean, I guess like getting doxxed is could be one of them. Like, oh my god, they just doxed me. That's so hot. Tell everybody my address.
I'm sorry. I know it's supposed to be my thing, but I just imagine somebody at home like fantasizing about getting swatted. Like sitting there, like listening to every noise outside the house. Like, oh, is that it? Is that it? They're about to swat me. Oh.
I want swat all over my face. Oh my god.
Who's the son of Pookie?
Oh,
Fucking.
who's that son of Pookie? What? Yeah.
asshole in the chat.
Oh my god. Causing all sorts of problems. I know, like you meet some girl like she's like, I love to be swatted, and all of a sudden like the FBI kicks in her room. She's like, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Like, sorry, I misunderstood.
You fucking zip time me harder.
Where's my list? Hey, there's 2 clans in there that are air based. I know that, right? There's the Storm
We have the Stormborn and the Air Dragon clan.
and the Air Dragon clan. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not air. It's got to be. Yeah.
Actually, we changed the name of the Air clan to the Unbound Wings.
Unbound Wings. Okay,
Yes.
so I can do air then, or is air too generic? I was gonna go with air or wind.
You know what would be cool? Remember how we had those steam? We had that whole. Was that in this game or the other game? Remember we had those steam riders? We had this idea of steam riders that would use like the volcanoes as like to like go between islands and shit.
Yeah, to glide in the dragon. The first dragon, technically the first dragon area.
Yeah, it was like an idea for like their kind of airships were like these big gliders that they used to travel between the islands. Remember that idea?
So
that would be
all right. The 13 great clans are up on the left side.
Why did you do that? You horrible text block you. Okay, so I'm about to put the text down, but I have the idea. So the idea is similar to the Magma Clan idea, but instead of it being early during the beginnings of the splitting of the Horde, they actually make it. I'm actually going to take this and put this.
It's during a civil war period when clan splits.
This is the wrong one. It's during the Geisig it's going to happen. They're actually going to make it. They're going to survive through the entire civil war. It's going to be the Wind Clan, and it's what the other 2 clans, Stormborn and the
Unbound Wings,
break from, and a bunch of other minor clans. But they actually, that clan's establishment has made it through the Civil War. They were able to band together, but because of inner bureaucracy and economics, they started to falter like post-Civil War, and they weren't able to put a good enough defense against like
you put a lot in there.
Influence.
What is the focus?
What is the focus? What's the focus?
Oh, the focus. Okay, so this is what the focus will be.
Help me.
The focus will be any clan, whether minor or major, that broke in some way, whether being before the Civil War, during the Civil War, or after the Civil War.
So now we have to say it more than just those 2 clans that actually broke.
It's the path of the clans.
Yeah, the path of the clans. So it doesn't have to be when they broke like into other clans. It could be like when that clan line died, or you get what I'm saying? Like whenever.
Can't be anytime after the Civil War too.
Anytime after the Civil War as well, even after the 13. I mean, the idea was to focus on the build up post 13 too.
So you kind of just want like the path of other clans besides the 13.
Yeah, like what happened that led to the 13 being the ones that made it out of the dust. Like, so last time we built 13, this time let's break.
Yeah, we can explore what made them, or what happens after them, or what happens because of them. Okay, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Because at the end we know we have 3 major clans. Can we explore why we only have 3 major clans at the end?
Yeah, and one of these clans isn't even listed, right? So this Lichen clan we could say is from before, during, after, because of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, are you going to dictate a scene as well, or?
No, just this event.
Okay.
That's what I got on my agenda.
Where is the event that you put in?
But, it's under when Kumo begins to use the Kempo to eliminate the other Geisig contenders. But what I'm feeling is it's near like the end. It's like when the power of the Emperor is actually about to take over. They falter, like kind of like the 3 kingdoms. Like they're one of the other 3 of that time that was about to like come through, and then they broke from the inside.
Okay, so it's the Air Clan splitting into the Stormborn and the Unbound Wings.
I'm gonna go with the Wind Clan, but yeah,
Wind Clan, some kind of
air-based
king. You could call it the Ang Clan.
Stormborn.
Storm.
With an E at the end because we're fancy. I like it. I was like, I like that spelling. I like it better that way, actually. All right. So we have 3 clans at the end. We have the Shadowheart, the Caldera, and the Lichen. I think it's Lichen. That's how you pronounce that word. I know it's the shit on trees. So, just couldn't remember how you pronounce that damn word. Is it my turn next, or is it someone else's?
Yep, you're next.
Oh, great. Okay. Let's see. All right, y'all take care of some dead air.
Pretty broad there. I like it. It's a very broad focus.
Yeah.
Half of the clans, more or less.
I just figured we did a bunch of creation before. Now we can create by destroying.
All right. So, y'all should do some dead air while I'm thinking, by the way.
Yeah, I'm still typing, so that's on.
Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. Oh, okay.
Well,
that's not two other. That's on the other two people. So, when you get doxxed, Pookie, do you prefer to be blindfolded or not blindfolded?
Oh no, I meant like Pookie and Steve could kill dead time while you were thinking of an idea. Okay, I'm done. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
No,
but the idea for me was that
just wanted to go ahead.
Whenever this happens, like I'm assuming that Kumo or somebody in that lined empire or ruler group is the one that's going to end up winning. So it's like they were one of the last people that were like in contention, and they just crapped out near the end. Didn't have the stamina. Marvin Hagler only had 3 losses.
Oh yeah, that boxer who died from a couple days ago.
I didn't realize he only had 3 losses.
Sorry, I had moved that down because I had a thought initially, but I decided I'm not going to put that there. Oh yeah, thank you. That'll also work.
What are your thoughts, Pookie, on labeling location stuff? Oh, we just lost Pookie.
Uh-oh.
For every viewer at home, you understand, if you are familiar with OBS, how things will move around when that happens in your multi-streaming.
Things will get a little crazy for a minute. Man, there's a lot of interesting things here. The other side of this is,
hey, you're back.
In all of the history that we have set up, we can hear you. There's very little outside interaction with Gojira. Gojira has managed to stay almost entirely secluded from outside stuff up until.
You mean during the Dawn of Worlds?
Up until the monoliths.
Or do you mean inside this microscope? Or
inside of what we're doing right now? They have, like, in recorded history, there isn't a bunch that we've talked about where outside forces really. I mean, outside forces of influence, definitely with Alcatos.
So isn't that one of the rules that somebody came up with? I thought.
That's what I was just looking at. I don't
maybe somebody thought of it and then changed it a little bit. I think somebody said they didn't want a whole bunch of. It might have been.
They didn't want outside politics, but I mean,
whose turn is it?
It's mine.
I think the intention was not to have somebody from outside completely like dictate the course of events or something.
I get that, but like. No army from the outside of Gojira ever took interest in Gojira or anything.
Oh, one super being. Sometimes that's all it takes, right?
Yeah, Alcatos clearly has been fucking
came in
Gojira
and made his touch. He didn't dictate the story though. He just pushed it, or like threw a kink in it.
Oh, Lord, all right. Is tonight going to be a night of talking about kinks all over the place?
All over the place.
Iron Fang clan?
Yep. There you go. So the Iron Fang clan falls as the largest monolithic Gorgrax is destroyed. That thing will fit. So help me God. Fit! All right, it's close.
Quick question on the Rise of the Monolithic period name. Is that just the rise, or is that like the encompassing of the rise of them, the presence of them, and the fall of them?
Yeah, I left it open intentionally so we could decide when they actually fell.
Okay.
So, I know it sounds weird to mark this as a light event, but they are basically the Iron Fang clan. When they fall, they are seen as like heroes. Like they are considered like heroes of Gojira because their selfless sacrifice destroys the largest monolithic creature, Gorgrax. So yes, it's sad that the clan dies, but overall, like it's a sign of hope that they view this as like a great way to die. You know.
Can I ask some questions?
Sure, absolutely.
So, is this the Iron Fang clan structure of the clan? Is this like the whole city that they were based in? Like what? Like, is it the structure? There's some people still alive, but off in the way.
Overall, like, there's probably, I mean, there's some survivors, but the clan as itself is gone. Yeah, and like the greatest warriors all die.
Okay. So like all the clan people and all that went off to battle and died.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. So they're not like wiped out as a bloodline.
I haven't seen Attack of Titan, but my first imagination was like they killed it and then it fell on the town.
not quite like that, no. But it took some serious crap to take care of it. So, all right, and that's my turn.
Is that the first one that was killed? That's the another question I had.
Yes, as well. We don't know. That's the first one marked as completely gone.
Oh, someone else killed one up here, right above it. I don't know.
Yeah, Alistair kills one.
Yeah, he kills one.
The first one. There we go. Yeah, it literally says first one to kill him. Yeah.
There's a bunch of different type of Titans. Basically, they come in different sizes and they do different shit. So we could just say like he killed one, but they killed like a major one. They killed like a colossal Titan, basically, like one of the ones that destroys the walls that they built easily.
Oh, I assume that's what Gilla killed.
Oh, we could say he killed one too. Doesn't mean there's only one. Yeah.
Oh no, I was just trying to figure out where the first one was, like and I forgot that the first was already labeled.
Gilla came up with a method of killing them that didn't wipe him out, whereas these guys sacrificed their entirety for Gojira, which is actually pretty solid.
Yeah, so like in Attack on Titan, there's this one Titan that's called the Armor Titan, and they can't kill it like they can kill all the other Titans, even the big ones, because it has armor all over its body. So we could say that the one they killed here is that thing. Like they used the methods, but they had to sacrifice themselves in order to get the armor off to kill it, basically. You know what I mean? Like something like that.
Yeah.
Like, they had to do something that cost all their lives in order to kill this thing that nothing else could kill, even with the methods that they devised. So I'm digging it. Yeah,
I just forgot we labeled where the first was, and I wanted to make sure. That the first
I view Gorgrax as like this like epic level monster that takes like multiple high level warriors to destroy.
Yeah, we could just say it's like a colossal one that has the armor too, and something else. Maybe it has the ability to like blow up cities with its eyes or some shit. So they just they killed themselves.
Yep.
So it had to be done, dude.
Yeah. Just like the Croatans in Werewolf the Apocalypse. Sometimes you got to kill everyone to save everybody else.
Oh man, I just had an idea for something later in a different focus.
All right. So
the remnants of the clan call themselves the Tempered.
That'd be
kind of cool.
It's the Iron Fang.
Yes, sir.
Out of curiosity, in the Discord, could you do me a favor? And link for me the spreadsheet with all the information from Dawn of Worlds?
Sure.
Thank you, bud.
Okay.
Speaking of that link, we really do need to put that in our Twitch description as well.
Oh, yeah.
We do have it up in our general on the Discord, but our Discord is not open currently to the Twitch viewing public.
Yeah. We are working on that, but that is interesting.
Better make it a separate channel, dude. They don't want to see what we really think.
Actually, I have a friend of mine working on setting up a Discord for us, so that's something that's going to be happening here in the near future.
That's pretty cool.
So we will have a place for our viewers to chat amongst themselves and possibly with us.
That'd be pretty badass.
It'd be cool to curate a role-playing discussion space.
Yeah, it'll be a good place to do that. It's your turn.
All right, it's my turn. Okay.
Yep. Man, I like all the stuff we have here.
What is this yellow thing in the middle of the map?
I believe that's probably like where the Gojiran
it was just going to be like
is.
Yeah, like their last city. So like when they build these walls, these are like the highest, most powerful walls are here in the middle, like the last line of defense. Basically.
Thank you.
As like these giant.
That is something new. I didn't even notice that.
The country. Yeah, I drew it last time when we had downtime.
We come back. There's always little doodles on here. Like, what's going on?
Well, it'll be good.
Just have a great space. There's got to be like a temple or something right here. You guys see how
when I go back in and I start polishing up the map to like give a final rendition of what Gojira looks like at its end space, we'll have something to
It would
actually
be
show
cool
off.
too, because these walls like will be destroyed, right? So there'll be like remnants of all these great walls all over these lands and shit. You know what I mean? Like these relics of all this shit that happened. It's kind of
like 30-mile sections of 2 foot left of wall where people have come and just jack the stone for building projects.
Oh,
other
absolutely.
sections that are like 500 feet high still.
Yeah.
And jagged and shit like that.
Exactly.
Fucking pretty cool.
Steve, you got my message right? Like it came through?
I did. Yes.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Double checking.
I'm trying to find the name of one of the races we created.
Great Wall of Gojira!
Somebody has to scale the wall and then use some device to then grapple from the wall to the top of the mountain.
That sounds terribly complicated. Like, terribly complicated.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's probably miles away too.
So
It's magic, though.
there is magic. I mean, right now we're playing this is a low magic area, except for all the redonkulous artifacts that keep showing up.
You know, the moment I realized, like, I think the child in me is dead. Finally,
What?
it's like, you know what, you need to do something. You're like, man, I wish I had the power of flight, because then I could go up 40 foot and cut this limb on the tree, and it wouldn't be a problem. Like,
Yeah.
I wish I had super strength, because then I could bring all of the stuff I needed into at once. It's I could take my tire off with my fingers and just lift. You know, it wouldn't be. It's not like, oh, I need to go rob a bank or fly around the earth 36 times.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm satisfied with chores being easier.
I mean, honestly, I've always been a TK fan. Like, if I had one power, it'd be telekinesis. Because with telekinesis, you could do so many other things.
Yeah, you just give
Like,
yourself super strength.
yeah, you're like, I need to pick that up. Come here. I need to fly. I lift myself, and then I fly. Like, I mean, it's just telekinesis, clearly the best power.
The headaches, though, not worth it. You always get
Not so
nosebleeds. You can't have a big white shirt.
Yeah. But technically, you could keep the blood from falling onto your shirt because you could telekinetically. Like,
And no blood because the power it takes to stop the blood.
just shoot it off. You're like, you have like this little blood nose sprayer going around.
Everyone thinks you're either a cokehead or you're a weird, like,
Anime
hentai,
fanboy?
Yeah, anime. That's just taking it too far.
Like,
That's
what
what
are
you go to
doing?
professional matches at Wimbledon and things just so you can sit in the audience and then like hold it for like 10 minutes to.
I don't. That's so bad. Like, it's so bad. Yeah, Did you figure out what you were doing, Steve? By the way.
Do I know what I'm doing?
Yes.
No.
Oh. Okay. We're just,
time.
yeah, we're just.
No, I have no idea.
Which clan were you looking for?
It's not a clan. I was looking for that race of plague beetles. I forget what they're called.
Oh, the scarab things that Archibald made?
No, that the Empress made after Archibald sent all of his plague army up to meet her when she invited him to meet.
Did we just call them scarabs?
No, I think we called them something weird.
Ron.
Yeah, he created the Poxwind army. She was like, hey, come meet with me. You want power. And he was like, I'm going to send a bunch of diseased people to meet with you because screw you. Like, I found the part where the Poxwind is, but I can't find the other part. I forget what they're called.
You find out it's like 4 rounds and 300 years later.
Yeah.
Man, they aren't joking. The army travel times is crazy.
That's what happens when you send a bunch of plagued civilians across the world.
Like, they have to have babies.
We apparently called them the plague. We
army.
called them the plague scarabs.
Is that literally what we called them?
I think that's what we
Yes,
call
that's
them,
what we
yeah.
called them, plague scarabs.
Okay. Cool.
I have a question. Did you Control F and then type in scarab?
I controlled F and started typing Archibald, and I started like searching. Yeah. Yeah.
That would have been smarter than what I'm doing. But, you know.
He also created that sub race, the Vizide. That was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Remember that now. Yeah, looks like it's plague scarabs. I mean, you know,
Can you
it
fix that,
happens.
somebody?
Where's that?
below what Corinth did.
Oh, gotcha.
What BCC Corinth did.
BCC Corinth. That is, who did that in yellow?
I did. I'm gonna do a different color every time.
Yellow is very hard to
Damn
read,
it.
you asshole.
Goddamn right, dude.
God damn you.
Well,
I'm
it's
gonna
super
be
zoomed in.
honest, that's super hard to read.
Not for any of our viewers unless they're nearly blind, which if they are, I hope they have the ability to use an Access app.
Oh, hey, this is much easier to read on the thing. So
Yeah,
hey,
right?
I just went over to the Twitch channel. I'm like, oh, that's much easier.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Ooh. That is better. So
what you got?
Nice. You dug deep into the history.
Yeah.
Way at the beginning of the...
So wait, the lichen are the ones that had the is that the
No.
The lichen
that was the
one,
proto lizard folk.
all the way from the beginning before anything was changed about them. So they went.
Yeah.
They discovered that they had this affinity to make their skin reflective.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they bring to the
like a buried genetic talent.
Yeah.
They
Or
unlocked their
maybe,
DNA.
or maybe they were always around the lichen and they're just like a forgotten clan. Whatever we want to do with them. But yeah, they come back and that's what makes them special.
Yeah. Because they're not one of the 13. So, but they're one of the last ones that survived. So, you know, they could be a minor clan, but become of major status after this happens. We don't know. We haven't fully dove into that.
I'm going to go all the way at the beginning of the...
Light or dark?
Light.
It's gotta be
right?
light.
I'm assuming light.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I've been thinking of like on our like things. I'm trying to figure out like what I want to call it, like the BCK like Critastic recap or something like that. I've been, I gotta get something kind of catchy.
How about like the BTK?
BTK.
Quick. Something to do with binding.
While you're ahead.
We're gonna tie you up with this recap.
Don't go anywhere. Like I pull up like a bunch of rope. We'll be
won't
right
be
back.
going anywhere while you watch me slaughter your family with this recap.
Is there anything that can be done in relation to book binding? Like book binding for like a D&D book or something? There's got to be something there. Binding.
Sure. Binding thoughtfulness.
Oh, man.
Are there any famous role-playing properties to start with a K?
Are there any famous serial killers named BTK? I was going to go, yeah, of course. The whole joke's about it.
Okay, hold on. Any famous what?
Any famous fantasy properties that start with K? I can think of Kroll, but...
Let me go to the Trove real quick. I'll tell you.
Okay.
Oh no, I was just wondering because like that's how you make the BTK, right? It's a binding text of
bind text
Kroll.
keyboard.
Yeah, but to make it fantasy, to make it related to.
Oh, I'll make it a
Like
fantasy.
Your fantasy. Hold on.
Wait, so you want to be tied up?
Let's see. There's
like chafing.
There's a couple of games here. Let's see. There's Kingdom. There's Kirby. There's my personal favorite, Killer in Shadows, which I think
wait, time out. There's
perfectly.
the Kirby RPG.
Yeah, it says Kirby.
Why wouldn't there be? There's one for everything.
Why wouldn't there be? Who doesn't want to go? Well,
Cult.
I have a feeling that like
Okay.
somebody in like the late '90s just totally went through intellectual properties and were like, we'd like to buy the rights to print a book for role playing. We'd like to write their just over and over and over.
I mean,
Kid World.
Write the role playing game.
I don't know if Kirby's the appropriate thing to like let your kids play because it teaches them that they swallow things, they'll gain power, and there's just like so many ways it could go.
Hey, how about the classic Kids on Bikes?
Kids on Bikes.
Let's get together this weekend and play some Kids on Bikes.
Did you ever see
One shot? You called it first. Like
it's a dice rolling game of Paperboy.
That sounds terrible.
Did you
Knave actually sounds interesting. Let's see what Knave is.
What about the original Teenage
Knave.
Mutant Turtles role playing game from the '80s, based on the comic?
I will tell you, I never beat that first damn game on the NES.
Totally.
Because I could not get past the level 3. Huh?
Everybody complains about the dam. That's not even the hard part.
No, the dam didn't fuck me up. It's the level after that. I couldn't make the damn jump.
The jump, the really long jump in the sewer.
How do you fucking survive that? Oh no, across the sky top,
right?
It's one.
Yeah, it's like a one step extra long.
Yeah. When you jump from rooftop to rooftop, how do you survive that?
Oh, rooftop to rooftop.
Yeah.
This is after you get Splinter kidnapped and you're going to get him, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I think you
find Splinter. I find Splinter
buildings.
No, but there's a part where you're supposed to jump across from one to the other, and I can't. And you fall to your death.
I didn't have any problem after a sewer jump. There was a sewer jump right before the Splinter thing that's like extra long, and I like put that game away 3 years or so because of that jump.
I never beat that damn game. Never beat it.
It's not that fulfilling either.
I prefer the second game a lot better when you got to have all your friends together.
Arcade.
Yeah, the arcade game was fucking badass. I loved it. I was all about that shit. So
how's the chat looking? I'm jumping into the chat.
We haven't said anything in a while.
This game, dude, you guys should look this up on the Trove.
Which one?
Nave. It's like a 7-page document. It's like a super simple version of D&D.
Oh.
I think I've heard of it when we were going around the how do we turn it into a D6 type system thing.
Knaves. I know I've seen some really simplistic games. I mean, like
this one's pretty easy. Yeah, you don't have classes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the new thing too. That the new one that came out, the No Dragon game or whatever. There's no classes. Everybody is the same class. Everybody has access to magic.
Oh, you talking
it's
about?
Just there's some Skyrim? Really.
Talk about some places with Skyrim.
Holy crap!
No, I'm saying No Dragon game. That the one I was telling you that just recently came out, where a bunch of DMs got together to make a simpler. Oh, are we ready?
Yeah, we are. He said the Lilac Scales, the Scarlet Ibis, and the Chrysanthemum clans engage with plague scarabs encroaching on Gojuran Northlands, leaving the Scarlet Ibis in ruins and the Chrysanthemum broken and both absorbed by the other two families. There you go.
What other two families?
Yeah, not both. The Chrysanthemum is absorbed by the Scarlet Ibis and the...
Oh, so the Chrysanthemum is broken and absorbed. Broken and both absorbed. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
I got rid of both because the both...
Gotcha. Okay.
That sentence hard to understand.
I thought it meant that there were two other families absorbing two of them.
The Scarlet Ibis and the Lilac Scales absorb all of what's left of the Chrysanthemum family.
So there's two so those two clans actually share families.
Yes,
interesting.
They're the Imperial one, right? That's the Imperial.
Yeah, those are Imperial families.
The Scarlet Ibis aren't the major clan though. They're a minor clan of the Lilac Scales, I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, because the Scarlet Ibis ended up becoming a family in the Lilac Scales.
Can you start a second card over there and start listing these minor clans that we're building right now?
Yes, actually, that is a fantastically great idea.
You can even list ones that are dead and maybe just put like dead next to them, or I don't know, obliterate.
Or like a D for deceased.
Yeah, like Iron Fang, you can put a D next to it here.
Pookie, can you do me a favor?
Yeah, what's up?
With all these wonderful lines that you put on the map, could you next time go to the map layer so I'm not dragging and moving them around as I'm moving other shit?
I don't know how to go to the map layer.
On the left side of the map, there's a token right under the pointer. It looks like a square, and when you go over it, it pops up a little menu that says Map and Background, Object and Tokens, and GM Info Layer. If you click over to Map and Background, then you'll be drawing on something that we can interact with on the token layer.
So how do I erase all this shit then?
Oh, God. That is a challenge unto itself.
Reload the map. So is this back on me then?
The only issue with being on the map layer is if you grab the map, you're moving the entire background.
All right. So now he gets to do his lens one more time, and then I have to pick a legacy?
No, then it's me picking the legacy.
That's right.
And
okay.
When you go, he'll pick a legacy, and then when
Gotcha.
Pick the legacy.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that time change got me fucked up.
Yeah, I'm still on
Especially
like
when it's-
2.5.
Especially with
So
these
if I go to clear drawings, it's going to kill all of our cards too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, don't do
It
that.
seems like let me go to GM settings and just
Yeah,
say.
it says clear drawings, dude. So if those aren't clear drawings, I can clear all that shit right now with one click.
Can you control Z? Those important questions.
Yeah, I would not clear all drawings, given that all the drawings are also in the same area where the text is.
In fact, this is a good time to tell our viewers, hey, if someone could screenshot some of this shit for us, just in case, that would be super helpful.
Because I don't see a way to erase lines at all. Like, where's that?
You'll have to individually click them and delete them. And some of them I've moved to the map layer because I keep dragging them out of the way.
Oh, I can move them to the map layer? How do you do that?
If you can manage to highlight them without highlighting all the cards behind them or above them, which is a challenge too. Honestly, drawing them, although the idea was very sound,
Hey,
this entire system is not great for it.
on the ideas floating so far for the Lycan clan, or that's right, Lycan clan.
Mhm.
It just sounds so much like lycanthrope.
I know, I thought it was kind of funny.
Werewolf, samurai, which ain't. Oh my god, like,
They're called the
Coming-
Haku. Haka. It's like HAKKU in Werewolf the Apocalypse. It's actually
that's a real. Of course, it
samurai.
would be a real thing.
Hell yeah, it's the Beast Courts, bro. Beast Courts ain't playing around.
You said Beast
No,
Wars?
the reason
The Beast Courts. Emerald Courts, did it?
I thought you said Beast Wars.
You're not Beast Wars, no.
Beast Wars.
I love
No,
Beast Wars.
so the reason I was gonna ask about the ideas floating on that is, do we know if they came from nowhere? Like what's the feel for, like, are we trying to paint them to come in out of nowhere? Because if not, I was thinking about incorporating them as a really minor clan that was minor because of the fact that they have this other kind of blood in them.
Hold
to
on.
a clan that.
Did you already move one of these lines to the map layer? Because I cannot touch it.
I just moved the yellow lines to the map layer. I did that real quick.
I've moved some of them to the map layer.
I'm guessing those are the ones I can't touch. I just deleted one.
And
Hey.
if they're on the map layer, when you go down to the map layer, you can mess with them again.
Which clan does Kumo create?
He's
Or-
part of the Lilac, right, or whatever.
No. He later on, like once he goes in exile, he creates a clan, doesn't he?
No.
No,
I thought we had...
his father created a clan after leaving.
No. Kumo's the one who's exiled. Kumo
but
gets
his father
exiled back
left
to
his
jail.
clan and then made a new clan.
Yes, but I thought that also Kumo, like we had discussed him making a clan as like a revenge thing.
I know that we have him.
I don't know if we ever actually named that
He
clan.
swears revenge. He left Gojira,
Yes.
and he comes back when he gets invited, and then he gets scarred, and then kicked out again, and then he goes to the Minotaurs, and then he turns them into the
Monolithics, yeah. But
I do not have him making a clan. I have his father, because his father, Matsu Hojira, steps away from the Scarlet Ibis and then creates joins the Whispers and creates the Sky Shadow.
Sky Shadow. Okay. I didn't know if maybe I knew we had talked about something kind of like that. I wasn't sure if we were discussing Kumo making a clan, kind of like how the Spider Clan is in L5R, like a clan that appears to be on the side of everybody, but it's actually on the enemy side. So
the outside.
Yeah.
Well, hey, he might step in and claim his birthright to the father, for the...
Yeah. So, by the way, spoiler alert, Spider Clan, L5R, not good people. So,
if it took you, if you got intro to them and you didn't know that,
also deleting at the same time I'm deleting, so it's not letting me delete shit.
Also, if you look at the clan in that situation, they all represent their names.
Yes.
What do you expect from the Monkey Clan? Oh, they might get a little drunk and rowdy more than other clans. What do you expect from the Spider Clan? I don't know. They'll kill you.
It's true.
It's a spider.
So we have not named who actually starts the Lycan Clan, so you are free to do whatever you please if you do. So
then I'm going to put them in earlier, I think. You guys kill that dead air.
As like a minor clan, like you want to be like they're a minor clan.
Yeah, they're gonna be a minor clan under a clan that fails. And the reason that they were a minor clan in the first place is the racial hierarchy of the fact of where their blood comes from. Because remember we talked about how like the primals would be seen, like those first ones would be.
Yeah, actually, in my eyes, the primal clan might have been like some of the Iron Fang might have been primal clan, like primal lizard folk. And I mean, because some of them did go off into the Mongolian area with like the sons of Akroma. But to me, like the Iron Fang are almost kind of like the crab of L5R. Like they're big, they're brutish, they're strong as hell. They don't really play by everyone else's rules.
Viewers.
What happened? I saw them roll 24.
Did roll 20 just crash?
Riders because of the entire
universe. It won't let me grab some of these lines, whether I'm in map layer or object layer.
Yeah, some of them. There's one
that might be printed
right
on the map.
A bunch of cards. No, there's one that's right under a bunch of cards. I can't find a way to grab it. You talking about this one right here?
Yeah, I can't grab.
Yeah, I for the life of me cannot grab it either.
Okay, we're back up.
Oh, I didn't realize L5R dropped. I mean, roll 20 dropped.
L5R dropped right into the tray. Oh, sorry.
But yeah, so to me, like that's why I don't know. That's why I kind of figured the Iron Fang might have been like a bunch of big brutes, you know. So, and
well, the Lycans come from the primordial.
No, we haven't really named.
Or I mean, they had the reflective. What's the reflective?
That was the proto lizard folks were the ones who could do that.
Okay, so the proto are the ones that are smaller.
Yes.
Okay, so they're not the ones that are looked down on, and I don't know what the hell just happened. Somebody's layers now. Everything's half invisible.
I didn't do anything. I tried to it just all fucked up on me.
I am not touching roll 20 at the moment. I am just saying I am clearly looking at the Twitch stream.
I tried something that didn't work at all.
Okay, I was wondering because I didn't do it. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, I thought maybe can I send this to the GM layer, and then it was like, no, you are an idiot.
Yeah, those things are like stuck there. I don't know why they're stuck there.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. It is what it is.
Are those maybe because those are the original lines? Like some of those other ones I drew later, like during a different session.
No, because we were able to get rid of some of them that you drew multiple times ago. I really... The problem with Roll20 is it doesn't like it when you make very, very large maps, which this is a massive map right now. It is way, way bigger than you would normally end up using. And when you do that with Roll20, it starts trying to shit itself. It shits the bed very quickly.
And no one likes it when you shit the bed. No one likes it.
A man who speaks from experience.
Did we set an age for when Kumo leaves his tribe to go on a quest? For his personal prophecy?
Like a whole period?
No, I'm saying, do we know how old Kumo was? Did we ever set an age when he...
Sure as hell don't. We don't even know how old these things live to be yet. We have not established the life expectancy of any of our races.
I was thinking about making a sacrificial related clan, but so the first idea that I had was the Lycans become their own formal clan itself because the sub clan they were of was of a clan that was destroyed in a great sacrifice that they were able to come out. But I can do it, but I don't want to do it because then we have another proto lizard clan that has to live and die and be big enough to be a major clan.
Use the that's a good idea. Use the what you call them, the shadows.
The sky shadow.
Well, I had an idea where I can do it with Kumo, and I can do it with another. Actually, oh shit. Okay, I think I just got an idea. It's like, going to be the sky shadow. So here's the idea.
Inspiration.
But we're gonna put sky shadow on the other idea. On the other side. Do we have a sky shadow later? Does the sky shadow make it through? Or
we don't
later.
We don't have any discussion of it, so we don't know yet.
Okay, I'm gonna say destroy, but what that means is their public face is gone. So here's the idea.
So the Lycan is a sky shadow.
Well, no, I was gonna say is I've divorced from the Lycan. I've divorced from the Lycan because of the proto-lizard thing. The idea for me is
order of monks killed the Sky Shadow.
Oh, where?
It was your event during the Civil War. An order of dark magic hunting dragons brought together from multiple clans to destroy the clan of the Sky Shadow.
Oh, okay. Well, then they can't be destroyed earlier by Kumo.
It's true.
Well, they could be. That could be the last of the clan. So this could just be the great battle that destroys the clan and drives them into hiding and running.
Could be.
So the idea would be this, is that this clan of the Storm Shadow begins to move in the Civil War. Kumo, when he's still a young man, before he leaves his tribe on the quest. So when he's like, I would say like, the relation of like a 15 or 16-year-old human.
Yeah.
But he's been trained by all the heads and warlords of these different clans. So a clan that he was attached to and another clan went into battle with the Sky Shadow. The Sky Shadow destroys the clan he's not attached to, but the remnants of what he has destroys the rest, wins the battle and drives the Sky Shadow off the field, starting their collapse.
I need you to put that into a smaller phrase.
Oh, I can do that. I just want to
like
paint the idea.
Is that
just like
on the map layer like that?
So now the thing that you're moving down is literally the formation of the Sky Shadow clan.
Dang it! Thank you for pointing that out. But to put that in the wrong spot.
Steve, so like that, right? How it's underneath the cards and shit?
Yeah. You want to be right here. You want to be right there. Right.
I thought the idea of the walls that you were drawing were fucking awesome. It just where it was going was like, keep grabbing them and moving and destroying the idea.
Oh, that's copied. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Well, I kept hitting delete on the wrong. I was like, what? I need to grab the card and not the text.
We need more cards. Yeah. More dots. More dots. That's minus 50 DKP.
You're fired, and you're fired.
Hey, you know it's awesome. That shit was funny.
It's a matter of opinion. Unfortunately,
really,
much like assholes, we all have fucking opinions. Most of them stink.
Whatever. You know, Vanilla WoW was some of your best moments, dude. That was like some of your happiest times.
I don't know about happiest. It is a time in which I burned way too much of my life into a video game.
Vanilla or Burning Crusades? Which one did you enjoy more?
I enjoyed them both equally, and I wasted much of my life playing both of them.
Yeah. I kind of got into WoW a little late. I leveled my first character to 60 the day Burning Crusades dropped. So I think Burning Crusades was my favorite. I did enjoy Vanilla. Burning Crusades, though, man, all of our arenas and shit, that was so much fun.
I believe that...
I feel like I can get this line if I move these boxes right here, dude.
Pookie's like, I will remove all of the walls. It's all going to be gone.
I tried moving the boxes and grabbing that line.
Well, I got a lot of these ones on the bomb by just dragging as big as.
Hey, you got to be really careful when you grab the box, Pookie. You got to be real careful when you grab the box.
I like to 5-claw the box, if you know what I'm saying.
You're fired, both of you.
Oh, it's the claw!
Oh, it's the claw! It's my modified version of the shocker.
Oh wow, I misspelled destroyed. Like in a very 5-year-old way.
You ever heard of the 5-finger death punch? Yeah.
Destroyed.
Not around to talk about it anymore.
Destroyed.
The forward.
The forward eye. It was a minor clan. I'm gonna say it was a minor clan that was with them instead of a major clan that fails. Like they went in together in the battle, but it was
he drives the army of the Sky Shadow from the battlefield, and then the forward eye clan is destroyed.
We don't have location names, so I can't give you like where the battle was. I can just make up some shit. But I don't actually have a specific idea where that would be.
Fight between Kumo, the forward eye, and the Sky Shadow?
So the idea for me is this. So Kumo got abandoned. Kumo starts rising with all these tribal leaders trying to train him, right? Well, what does Kumo's dad know? If Kumo takes power, Gojira will be destroyed. At least that's what he believes according to the prophecy. So he, in his mind, is saving Gojira by going to destroy. And Kumo, on the other hand, and them are defending against this crazed person who's left his clan, gone nuts balls, created the Sky Shadow, and is now attacking. And in the process, a clan, a family, like I don't know if it'd be a
minor clan called the Four Eye.
A minor clan called the Four Eye that was a searing clan in logistics. Like they used them for tactical things. They were mostly courtiers, and they had a whole family of just seers that were used to dole out prophecy and bone throwing, etc. And they were killed during the battle.
Okay, to dole out the harshness.
They were masters of bone throwing.
Damn straight.
I'm fucking so into it, dude.
It's so into you as well.
Fucking Steve is like so like just disgusted with us.
What are you talking about?
He's like, I cannot wait for these 4 fucking weeks to be gone from all you fucking people.
Look,
I'm concerned with what content you guys are going to.
Oh, remember,
I'm going to come back and they're going to say you can never make money on YouTube.
He's going to come back. In the corner of the frame, it's just going to be me crying, huddled in a ball.
Just remember, everything that we do on this channel is sanctioned and promoted by Bull Critter Steve. Totally his idea. 100%. He encouraged it.
Everything said on this station is sanctioned and approved by wizards.
Terrible.
There's got to be a wizard somewhere who's into bone throwing.
Hey,
Steve, I was just able to, on the map layer to like move the whole map away from the objects. If I do that, do you think we could delete those lines real quick and then move it back?
Guys,
I'm obsessed with it. I can't let it go now.
Cover it post-prod.
I have to destroy all these lines. I must. I can't.
I built it. I must destroy
it.
So now it's I think Steve Stalin is what it is from his legacy.
Oh, I'm supposed to be picking a legacy. That's right. Holy shit. I'm sorry. I've been drinking.
Come.
Ooh.
No. Premium.
Premium come?
Goldish ambery.
How is that the first word you go to after that? Premium? You be very selective with the next words you choose.
This comes from a very
North's come? Oh, sorry.
This comes from a very petite stallion in the valleys of the in the valley. Oh my god.
I'm actually not going to pick anything from this round. None of this stuff really. I mean, we got some good stuff.
Pick one of the 4?
It's just not.
So which legacy are you picking?
I didn't like our choices.
No, I didn't even like my choice, but I had to come up with something. I'm going to start us off with the quest to acquire Kumo's ritual. I think we're going to explore that some more. Do we actually have a step on here where he has started to? We just talked about.
It's at the very bottom of the vice.
What?
It's at the very bottom of the vice. Iron Vice.
Time of Iron Vice is after.
Kumo uncovers the Dark Chimera ritual and begins this quest for Chronic's artifact.
Oh, that quest. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you meant literally right under what I put. It says Kumo leaves his tribe on a quest to a personal calling, believe himself to be of a prophecy. I thought that was the quest he was being referred to.
His ritual that fucking caused the monolithics.
Do you know what I think is like super entertaining? Staring at note cards. Sorry. It looks like a writer's wall, but like everything is disjointed. So like if you were trying to read, you'd be like, "What the fuck is all this?"
Yeah. How about that nonsense? How about that? At that point in time, it looks like a tech tree for a video game.
Bro, it's so.
Yeah. That's 4 days. That's 4 days of creation only.
Yeah, I know. This is nothing. If we were writing an episode of TV, there'd be like 160 cards on here, and at the end there'd be like 32. It'd be like 160 ideas.
That idea sucks.
Cards, and then we'd start ripping ideas off.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'd have an entire section where like Pookie just made nothing but dick jokes. He'd be like, "Yes."
There'd be all kinds of dumb shit. Somebody'd be like, "Robot condoms," and it'd be up there and be like, "What the fuck is this?"
And then
Do we
eventually
ever
gets
not
used.
talk?
Because
And
somebody's
we're
like, oh
like,
my
that's
god,
the
this is a
idea.
great spot for robot condoms. Right here, this
Yes,
is
Steve,
perfect
go
for
ahead.
robot condoms. Holy crap.
Hey guys,
You just slot it in.
do we have a name for the island that's way on the southern part of the world that is the giant eye portal?
What do we call it? Something like the
No.
I thought it was called the scintillating eye or something.
Yeah, it was something like that. It had a name.
Yeah, the eye, but we didn't name the whole fucking.
Oh, you're right. We didn't
island.
name the island, but I thought the whole island was the eye. Is that what you're talking about? Like it was an island, and then we made it the eye, so the whole island's like covered in these crystal like spheres, right? That all connect together and shit in different colors.
Well, at least part of it is. I know, like initially area, but like it spreads out to like wilderness shit. I mean,
Just call it like the immortal eye, the everlasting eye, the iris of the plains.
that's not too bad.
Throw some more names out, guys.
Actually. The retina of retribution. Like I don't know.
The red.
Things that shall never be seen. Like
I
very
just wanted to say retina.
overly dark connotation.
Yeah, the cones of condemnation.
If you look down, the multicolored stalactites.
Yeah.
Or we could just go with the overly simple, the evil eye.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically it's a gate.
What if we call it the Pioneal? Because remember how we had the Pioneal?
So we'll come up with a name for it. But Kumo is going to travel to the eye.
Okay.
He spends a year of meditation there to essentially open a portal to the prison plane to gain access to more information about the ritual from people in prison there.
Where'd you put it?
It's
the beginning
first
of 13.
and the 13 feudal states.
All right.
Okay, so he uncovers it. He uncovers the ritual, but he doesn't actually know how to use it until he goes
Until the
and does
rise of
all this.
Monoliths, right? Until that scene where Alatoon clearly throws folk into a ritual.
So now he literally does the year of meditation there, and that lets him gain access. He portals into the prison plane where all of the dead powerful people are.
Yeah.
He spent a year of silence just to better understand a whisper.
That's fucking deep right there.
You ever watch Knight's Tale?
You should call it the Whispering Eye. Maybe not.
Well, what does he have to do in meditation? What's the thing? How about that? Is there a test he has to do of some sort during the meditation?
If
Yeah,
you
Yes,
want to
using the theme of the name of the eye.
explore that in an event,
It's a search
by
for
all
Golconda.
means.
So Steve just said he wants to build a scene underneath.
what if-
What's your question,
what if-
Steve?
What if the meditation's like astral projection almost, where he has to physically go to like another plane to find his way to the prison?
Again, if someone wants to explore that in a scene, they
Yeah, like I said, you just did the scene
you should
underneath
do
the
it.
thing, right?
It's-
I am deleting this fucking blue line. Why is this attached to the box?
You're not gonna be able to delete it, bro. I've been trying for like the last 20 minutes. Hopefully you can do it. Go for it. It's gonna drive you crazy. You're gonna be just like me, going through the map layer, moving shit around.
Is
You
it
mean-
one?
Yes.
Yeah, I just did it.
That
That
was
was
me.
me.
And it's
You
because
know
he's
what
the one
he-
that put the line up, I bet you. So you had the
I
only
didn't touch the
person to
fucking
destroy it.
lines.
He's never put any lines on the map.
Because I tried
Yeah, I don't
to,
put-
and it didn't work either.
Listen, the only lines that D does goes up his nose. Okay, so leave him alone.
That's Why do you have so many fucking mirrors in your house, dude? Don't worry about what the fuck I do, all right?
Why are these mirrors so dusty all the time?
They're so dusty.
Listen,
And they're
how
all
so
like
clean.
flat. I'm like, maybe I like to stand over and like check my never mind. Anyways.
Doesn't everybody realize the Carly Simon's You're So Vain is about cocaine?
That's not a mirror, man.
You're
That's
so
a magnifying
vain.
glass you got laying around, bro.
I like to look how big my dick looks in the way I rack coke lines.
The worst part about that is someone in the late 80s
Definitely did it. For
existed.
sure.
Yeah, lived in that moment.
Yeah.
Corinth, it is your turn to pick a focus.
Oh, I don't
Oh.
understand, man. Did you know there were pores?
Oh God.
Hey, you know what? Let's focus on this ritual.
Yeah, this is getting away from us, dude. This whole
We're,
thing.
we're
is
focusing the ritual alone.
We're focusing on the ritual, like
Focus
how
the
it came
ritual.
to
Okay.
the ritual that caused the monolithics.
The one that I explained already in the other event.
That he uncovers the dark ritual. Well, like, so the component and the components, like, what is the Chronix artifact?
Okay, so you want to concentrate on the separate parts of it, not the ritual itself.
Right? Yeah, separate parts. Yeah, because we know what happened, but we don't know why it works. So, oh,
okay. So everybody knows they're focused on the ritual.
Yep. So I am going to do a scene.
That's a good one.
So, haha! Did you go away? Do I get you? Did I get you? Nope. You old bastard. I was trying to delete the stupid line
This
down
is
here.
an interesting focus. Because I really
have an
don't
idea.
know.
I have an idea for the Chronix artifact.
Do you?
Yep.
There we go.
We kind of already made a Chronix artifact way back in the second age.
And also there was a cage at some point, right? Like some kind of...
Yeah, you remember when they went to that island and they found that child and they didn't know what the child was?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
So I'm going to say that's the artifact that he has to go get. That kid.
From the tree island in the bottom right?
Yeah, wherever said child has gone.
Oh, yeah, this is supposed to be a green one, isn't it?
I was just assuming that it was there staying in a loop or something, or some kind of time trap.
I'm looking for a green,
like
vertical one.
If you don't solve the trap, you
I got it.
Stuck in the time loop. If you can't figure it out.
Yep, I got it. We're good.
We're good. Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm good on that. So yeah, just keep talking. We're good.
But yeah, you get what I'm saying? So like he has to go get the child, which is an artifact, but the whole island is like a time trap.
Oh my gosh.
Or a puzzle of sorts. Because of the magic that blew up there.
Why is this all connected? Oh my God.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to it got put on top of each other, and now thank you. I appreciate that highly. Whoever did that's the same.
Me, I just grabbed it.
Fucking that pissed me off so much.
I got an idea. Whenever any of us have a problem at all, it seems like all we got to do is make a request, and someone else won't have a problem at all. First try.
Yeah.
We just rotate it around.
It's amazing, like how that works. All right.
Who knows?
Hey, roll 20. Fix your shit, bro.
I'm gonna.
20, fix your shit.
And OBS, because it really likes to like
original bullshit system.
So you got some help there for me, Steve, with the dead time?
You want some help with the dead time?
You want some help with the dead time?
All right. So,
what was this thing you were talking about before I got on about the idea that you want to do instead?
I don't know about instead. As far as the thing that y'all discussed, it needs probably about 2 really good days of work to be in a playable format. And I don't know if I have 2 days of good work I can give it before I have to go back to work.
Can John do it?
It's CR balancing and counter creation stuff.
Just do your best.
It's DM work.
That's what a play test is for.
I mean, he could do it.
Yeah, but I have to familiarize
myself with
Roll20 as a DM, plus build the new broadcast sheet for it, and a couple other handful of things. I was already planning. Like seriously, when he came over, I was like, "Oh yeah, I just need help on a couple things." And he's like, "Actually, there's a bit much to do."
Am I next? Oh, please say next.
Yes, you would be. Next.
So my thing was my dictated scene was Kumo when he travels to the prison plane. He finds Ezra's and promises to bring him back to the material plane in exchange for locating the Chronix artifact.
Ezra's.
Yeah. Because if anyone knows about some deep, dark, dirty fucking rituals, it's fucking Ezra's.
And this is inside the meditation period?
Yes. Yeah, it's a scene in that event.
Prison plane. Is that all Ezra's asks for? Gotta remember, Ezra's is a devious.
Well, that's
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty good trade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
the
is.
thing that's trapped him that he hasn't himself figured out how to get out of for
that's true.
two. Is this the thing? Wait, does this line up with the Dawn of Worlds event of Ezra's escaping?
It can because Kumo knows a being that could free Ezra's. So theoretically, because he can grant wishes. So yeah, it actually does work. Now,
No,
what
I meant
is
in the Dawn of Worlds timeline, Ezra's comes back, doesn't he?
No, he hasn't come back yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think not since the last time he was out.
And if he does, though, just because it's not in Dawn of Worlds, that just means that like no one in the
Yeah.
public knows it.
That's what Microscope's for, right? Is to explore
Gotcha,
things that we didn't even do in Dawn of the World.
Yeah, all the in between stuff. I don't know. I just thought how serendipitous it would be if we did have it, and then you take a look and you're like, oh, that actually lines up to the same age. Oh my god, it happened again. Just stuff like that.
It's true. It would work. Yeah, I know.
Can I do a scene behind another scene?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. You guys can discuss stuff.
Sweet.
Okay. Another dictated scene?
Yeah, dictated.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want this shit to get fucked up. It's what we dictated. Look.
So I am curious on him finding Ezra's. Does he like astrally project into the prison? Does he actually go into the prison himself?
Well, he says he meditates, and
To gain access,
yeah, he accesses.
Or
I
to
think.
open a portal. I actually said to open a fucking portal.
Yeah, so to me, I think that
No,
sounds like he physically gets in there. But to me, the way the prison plane is, like, you can visit, but you can't, like, if you're in there, you can't leave unless you're not supposed to be in there right now. You know?
Yeah.
And maybe Kumo understands that eventually he will be in there. So, like, maybe he's trying to figure out a way to, like, get the fuck out once it's time to be in there.
Damn it, I've become too powerful.
Just
prison will eat me too.
Yeah. Imagine how mind blown fucker is when he discovers the. It's like, oh wow, all this wasn't even real, necessarily. Like, tough fuck.
Yeah.
And then, so you think he's crazy before, and then obviously Kumo has clearly become an avatar in the world. At the moment, he's able to figure out that the world has another device inside of it. It's operating with different motives.
I mean, he's definitely Avatar power level, but maybe he just never plays on a global scale.
Well, I just mean like he would have his journey would continue even when we weren't looking at it throughout time.
Absolutely.
Because if he discovered it, like how many people have even discovered it?
Shit, of the avatars, I think 3 of them or 4 of them discovered it.
Corvexus, Ezra's.
Yeah, they discovered it when they got trapped in it. They didn't go there. Well, 2 of them went willingly, right, to explore.
Yeah, the Lachey, I think it was.
That's also weird. Like,
yeah,
it might not be the same as being in it. You know,
this is very true. I mean, like it's an interesting mechanic.
It is.
So, do you think Casino Thinks and Bing Cortana are real or not? Because we have an Abbott Costello, Bing Cortana, Casino Thinks, a Droop Dog.
It seemed real to me.
Okay,
And the
I was like,
doing the same thing everybody else is. Abbott Costello.
Hey guys,
that's dope.
Yeah, this dude.
Who's on what?
Who's on first? Yeah,
what's on
we
second?
actually have that poster at my place to work. It's
third?
quite funny. With the whole thing.
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah,
it's like I didn't realize it, but it's like an 8-minute bid or something.
Yeah, like I don't know. Third base. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking.
And then at the end, he gets like it's the
I don't give a damn. Oh, he's a shortstop.
On first, second, and third. But when they get into all the positions, by the end, it's almost like Rattling Bog, where he's like, no, this goes to this, which goes to this, which goes to that. Great job.
Yeah.
Beautiful build.
I can't imagine how long it took them to get that down comfortably.
Like, just wait and move that down to the card and fix it.
The value of a good straight man.
All right, so this is gonna be a little anticlimactic because it would have been cooler if it was like later within this saga of him looking for the artifact, and maybe we can add stuff that happened before this. But since Kumo was an orphan, after he makes strikes this deal with Ezra takes him to Corvexus, who has retaken the form of his original form when he was a giant mirror.
Oh yeah.
He used to show people like what they were. And when he's in front of the dry mirror, he tells him to ask. He says, "Ask your question." And he says, "Where is this artifact?" And Crovexus just shows him his own reflection, and he realizes that he is the child that was on that island thousands of years ago.
Oh,
That he is the Chronix artifact.
Motherfucking plot twist.
It's a tad bit anticlimactic given that it happened so quickly after he started looking, but I wanted to get it in there.
Well, yeah, but like we said, we don't. Yeah, I mean, that could be a long scene, like, and that's something that could be like role played out. Like, we don't know how much time is in between each of those scenes. You know what I mean? Like, especially in the prison plane, we don't know how long of a time period that is.
It matches up though, right? We did have the kid. We didn't figure out what it was, and we said Kumo was an orphan way back over here. I think that nobody knows who his father is. So, and if you remember, I believe it was Alcatos who found the kid originally.
Yes.
If I'm not
or
mistaken.
something like that. I know he's abandoned. Well, he doesn't know his heritage. He ends up training with these powerful warriors, but Alcatos ends up finding him later and
I
teaching
think
him.
even originally on that island, I think it was Alcatos who found. If we go back to the Dawn of Worlds, Alcatos is the one who found the artifact on the island. I think.
I'm pretty sure you're right, actually.
Yeah.
So
that makes
Kumo's supposed father was made to believe he was the father?
Or his adopted father, I guess.
I don't know, or hell, I don't know. That's
Actually,
something we could.
This is really weird because Kumo's father steps away. So Kumo's father stepped away from running the clan, but he didn't abandon his child until considerably later.
Yeah, we never really said who his father was, or if we did, we didn't specify all this stuff.
John had jumped in at one point, and he made Kumo's father Matsu Horoji.
Well, okay, so
and then knowing that his son had a prophecy to destroy the world, or what he thought was his son and not his grandson, he then stepped away from the clan so that he wouldn't have power. But then something happened in between there and there, and he decided to make the Sky Shadow clan. He talked to the Whispers.
We did say he was an orphan, though, that he didn't really know who his father was.
Yeah.
So we could say that's his adoptive father or the person who found him after Alcatos.
I thought he was orphaned by his parents, right?
It just says abandoned.
Abandoned by his parents. Yeah.
So the only problem with all this is I'm checking our notes from Dawn of Worlds, and Alcatos finds a female baby halfling who we named Willow at the center of the forest.
I didn't know we did that. I thought it was unnamed.
Well, that's fine. We can either retcon it, or there's some magic in really Kumo.
No, I got it.
Halfling female who's been body changed.
I got it. I got your idea.
All right.
Hold on.
Hey, and that's why we take notes, right? So it's okay.
Somebody else want to write this? Since I'm having so much trouble going back in.
Yeah, what's up?
Where?
Mine, I got back in.
Oh. And people doubt scribers. I'm just saying. You know what's something I just thought about? The fact that like I never see anyone play like we just lost someone. Who did we lose? Well, we lost someone originally. We lost you.
Video?
Yeah, we lost your video.
I didn't notice because it was you.
We're like, hey. Also, I looked over the main thing. Like, someone's missing.
Okay.
Like, no one ever like uses a profession cartography for like dungeoning.
I used to,
but not very common. Like,
it's
so
it
uncommon.
Like 3 or 4 times, and it didn't matter because every time you get supplied with a map anyway, you're like.
This is bullshit.
Or like, yeah, there's different things. Steve as a DM has been pretty good engaging with hobbies that players get for their characters. You know, it helps round out like a bit of an attachment. I mean, usually it doesn't actually do much to character development. It can, especially if you find a way to bring it into the story.
What'd you say? What we got?
It's at the bottom.
All right. Oh, nice. So he has to go and destroy all the other children. Okay, that's kind of badass.
Is that better? So he's
because Kuma was like when the plague happened, Kuma was one of the only children who didn't die.
Correct.
Nice. Okay.
And you can still even
so are you trying to say now that plague hit the whole planet?
Maybe, or that there's just other races that had a Chronix artifact born within their within their race.
You're gonna need to move that back down. Whoever's moving
So when we found the other one,
I know Tetchy.
I didn't touch
Moved
it.
it down in the first place. I don't know where the purple went though. So whoever had it,
It went off to the right.
We could say that the other one is. Remember how we said that like maybe Tashal's mother was another like infant that was immune to the plague. Maybe she's one of them. So maybe since he's a proto, maybe she's a primal lizard folk.
Okay.
And then we made the Willow child, so that's another one. So that's 3, and then we could just come up with the other 6.
Yeah,
whatever they
that's
are.
True. That's very true.
But it solves the Deus Ex Machina of me thinking that the child. I thought the child was unnamed. I didn't know that we give it a name and everything.
Hey, that's okay. That's doing that shit on the fly right there. That's good work.
I was gonna fix the route and destroy and put on the card, but at this point,
it's fine. It's not that bad. It is your turn. So, I know, like, when me and during the Great Snowmageddon issue, when me and John were the only ones who could make it that night, we kind of did some talking about stuff, and I think one of the things we talked about is like, far as like, so what?
Who's up right now? Is it me?
It's me. We just said that, and
it's a me. It's a John.
It's a me. It's a John. The one who likes to throw the bones all the time.
I like to throw the bones.
Are you sure?
Until I throw out my back and my rib cage, but it's okay.
But if you are a girl, I like.
Who picked the focus of the ritual? That was Corin.
Corey.
That was me.
And what did you add? Oh yeah, finds the artifact. Yeah, it's my turn.
He added the scene.
Do you have an idea though?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for taking that. Because I don't know shit.
Snowmageddon.
Yeah, so something me and John were talking about is like how like one of the big things that kind of it falls on the DM is to make sure like it's a safe place to play. Like you can make a gritty game and you can do all stuff like kind of like know your players and like know like what is and what's not.
Like when I did that bard that was like fucking with people really bad. Whose game was that? Because that shit got out of hand real quick.
That was Steve.
Me. No, that was me DMing. You talking about the one we into the room with the family and then did the things to the family that we role played out? That, as a novice DM of my third time, I should have known to say we're just moving forward with this.
I'll see. That's all.
I role played through it.
I think a strong person that shall not be named. They're bad. Dude.
That was one of my two dramatic play
did things with their skin.
The other one was when Damien roleplayed a character who did similar things to my character that you did to that family.
Yes, I remember that. I remember hearing I wasn't there for that.
Was that the vampire game?
Yeah.
You know. Hey, we whipped it into shape and you lived, and that's all that matters.
He met a commuter on the subway and did things with his skin.
That was Chains and Azrael. That was good times.
The way I related it to when I was talking to D was the way like a director, like you're responsible for like the well-being and mental health
and the tone, right?
And the tone,
and the actors,
and the tone.
Hey, remember that time you shotgun
in
the face, gave him a nice shave?
That was a good shave. I appreciate that.
Oh, it's a good shave. I appreciate it.
That was great. But something like I guess that like aggravates me as a DM is when you get players who are just like, I want to make this character, and you just got to figure out how it works in your game. I go, why don't you make a character that fits with the group? Like, it doesn't have to be a perfect mesh. Like, I don't want it to be a perfect mesh. I just want it to have a reason to work.
Yeah, or how about you figure it out, dude? Huh? It's your character.
Yeah. Like, I love when people are like, no, I'm going to play this character. I don't talk to anybody. I just want to be broody in the back corner. And I'm like, why would they come and talk to you, bro?
You guys say that, but Spooky's done that.
No, I did that. I did that
with a trap.
For a point, though. It was to prove a point.
You did that one that had the trap, the built-in trap for any player, where it was like, I have this cup. If anybody interacts negatively with this cup, I'm going to kill them.
But it was there.
And the
It was
cup
there.
is my focus.
It was there from the beginning, though, dude.
Yeah, it was there from the beginning. But it's a trap. It's a trap that eventually one of the players might trigger.
I thought you were talking about the L5R game where it was like I take up too much time. So I made a character that was mute.
Oh no, that's beautiful. See, that's role playing though. You actually but you actually invested in that character. You were going to play that real character.
The trap was there for Travis, though, dude, because I knew he was going to act like a fucking ass during that game.
I know, but it was still a trap. He was there. I was watching it like, oh, this is fucked up. Anybody who touches this is dead.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it was like the long death. Dude. Like I set him up.
All because of the cup. That's why it was entertaining to be in the game. Because it's almost like you were watching a movie where like the twist ending was all the things you could have imagined motivated the problem weren't. It was actually we gave you all these things that could have been, but really it was right here at the very beginning when he walked in.
Okay, I think it needs some explanation. Okay, I was playing a cop who was I was a psychopath, right? And like. Yeah, okay, and I didn't fuck with anybody, and Travis's character was playing a character who was a hot-headed cop who fucks with everybody, and I was just a dork and a nerd. So I said from the start of the game that the only thing that my character doesn't want is for somebody to fuck with his cup. Like, I think my mother gave it to me or something like that, right? And she died or some shit. So I was like, nobody touches his cup. And I told this character not to touch my cup, and he did it anyway. So from that point on, I had no choice but to, feed him to
kill him.
No, I didn't kill him. Someone else killed him. It wasn't me.
Oh no, he set up an elaborate plot that made that character walk into his own death, all because of said cup.
I told him not to fuck with the cup, dude.
Exactly. He said after he died too. Like, hold him. Like, old motherfucker. Do you want to listen?
At a very early point in the Great Geysic time period, I have Chemo meeting the swordsman Murloc. And while he meets with Murloc, he gets his first touch of influence from the entity within the sword, Alatun, which leaves him plagued with dreams of a ritual that could break the cursed prophecy, and that ritual being the Chimera prophecy, or the Chimera ritual.
So it's like foreshadowing all this shit that happens later.
Yes.
Okay.
So while Kumo is on his position of power within Gojira, he actually gets to meet with Murloc while Murloc is traveling Gojira as a swordsman.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had Murloc travel Gojira as a swordsman for a time.
We sure did.
Murloc.
Murloc.
So, like, the whole Alatun thing was planted as a trap for him to walk to when he encountered McGurgle?
Yeah. So she was already like in his
head. Murloc's name to McGurgle, but
no, he created an order called the McGurgle.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. That was a Pookie special.
It's a bomb. McGurgle.
I will show you the ancient odds of my master. You got the order of McGurgle.
What was that? That was the name. That was what they shouted when they died or when they killed somebody. Something.
So she was already fucking with his head way back here, is what you're saying, in some kind of small way, right?
She started. It was small, but
maybe she's like just in his dreams and shit at first. That'd be pretty dope, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's seducing him for hundreds of years or whatever, tens of years, decades. Also, AKA decades, for the guy that couldn't think of the word decades. Tens of years.
Yeah. Murloc creates the order.
Tens and tens, man.
The brain tumor is starting
it's funny.
to be a problem.
Everybody says hundreds of years, but no one says, "Oh man, I should have said centuries."
Yeah, I know.
But if you said tens of years, it's like
a fucking
decades.
I'm sorry, person with mental handicaps.
It's like you say tippy toe, but you don't say tippy finger. Like it's just how it is.
I say tippy finger all the time. Am I that guy who says tippy finger?
You are that guy.
Yes, I've never heard that guy.
How come you guys didn't say anything to me? Yeah, friends, right? Just walk around here saying tippy finger all the time like a fucking idiot. My friends, air quotes, don't say shit to me.
Look, man. While you were tippy fingering that coffee mug in that scenario, it all just felt like it fit. So I just was like, man, that's the perfect word for.
I can't believe John's giving me shit about the coffee mug, dude.
Oh no, that's that. Well, no, it's
It was
It's
beautiful.
kind of shit.
It was a beautiful
Fun,
piece of role
it was great and enjoyable, but it is like you are creating a fail condition.
Yes, I did on purpose
And
because the
introducing
person I created a condition for was being an
John?
ass.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, what I just mean like
Are you
for the,
working on something, John?
I should be. I have an idea.
Disengage.
I
and
want
go-
to get a vision. Kumo receives a vision of a location, and it's not of the eye. That's too simple. It's of the thing that leads him to the thing, like a map or a codex
Well, he
that
had
allows
to
him to understand. He has to.
find the
travel.
ritual from the Brotherhood of Ro knowledge. So maybe he finds a vision or has a vision of a Brotherhood of Ro installation.
Under the water.
Did anybody ever find Ren's eyes?
I like that. I like that a lot, Steve.
No, no one has found Ren's eyes. As
What
of
if he
yet.
finds Ren's eyes, John? Like deep in the water or some shit, and when he puts those eyes into his own skull, then he has these prophetic visions.
Very Vecna items of Vecna like?
So it can be like even pre-finding.
Yeah.
Actually,
Maybe, yeah.
Actually, Exire Valapin finds
Never
the
mind.
eyes
Well,
of
we have
Rend.
notes because we've done so much shit. I can't remember every single
No,
thing.
no, you're fine, and which is good. That's why I'm cross-checking it.
I really
Control
can't.
F. Do we have any eyes? Do we have any eyes?
The eyes, the lungs. What else did they find? of
The
Ren's
heart. I know the
spine?
heart.
Eyes.
Do we have her spine?
Yes, the sword. No.
No, we don't have a
What
spine.
if it's okay? So since we want to break the prophecy the whole time until at least the rise of the monolithic near the end, like until he starts fighting Alatun, the whole time he thinks it's actually good, like he's going to solve the prophecy.
Right. Until
And then, but he's, and then by the time he realizes he has to fight Alatun, who's
Until
not
he
taking
breaks-
over.
it's too late.
The sword actually has Alatun's essence inside of it.
When?
Yeah, when he breaks that sword into those pieces that he gives to the clans,
Oh,
she attaches.
That's when
them in.
That's when she takes the opportunity.
Yeah,
Takes full
so
control. Yeah.
By that time, he's kind of fucked.
So I'm gonna
He's-
put it before then that he finds.
We just have to find a piece of Rand. I just thought it could be a way that we could work it in because we're supposed to have Rand returns by the end of this thing too. We're here in the purple.
Yeah.
And we haven't worked a single piece of her into any of this yet, as far as I know.
Hell, she
But
might be
it's
the
your
reason
turn,
why
right?
there's
I
only
can do
3
it on
clans at the end. Honestly,
You just asked for a
Maybe-
reason for the vision, so I thought the eyes would be a good idea. I didn't realize they were already taken.
So I'm gonna put this in the time of the Iron Vice before Kumo gets called back.
okay.
Or at the that's. I'm sorry. Is this? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, that's when Tushal exiles Kumo. Well, we had a whole
What the
scene.
fuck is-
and it's,
What the
and
fuck
it's-
is going on here?
and
Yeah.
it's been summaried down to a simply Tushal exiles Kumo.
Yeah, it was a whole scene.
Well,
yeah.
It was an event. Well, we had the scene underneath it. That's the event, and then the scenes were underneath it.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I didn't even see that. I think it's
You didn't
text.
see that giant green blue thing.
I didn't see the small text.
Like I said, dude,
Oh.
there's nothing more entertaining than staring at no cards. It's like it's like the antithesis of entertainment. It's like looking at a puzzle made by 4 insane people. It makes no
Actually,
sense.
yeah.
Right?
That's pretty close.
It's
Ah,
chronological, guys.
it's chronological. It's history.
Left to right.
I
up,
love
down.
history.
It is chronological, but we keep hitting shit before and after stuff. Like so you have to remember what you put before. It's just so. It is just like a writer's room, for real. That's what this is. It's like a writer's room. We should just turn this into an episode of TV. Although this is too much shit for an episode. This is like a whole season. This is like a Bible.
Yeah, that's a whole. This is several seasons. Hey, as long as it ends better than fucking Game of Thrones, that's all I ask.
I mean,
They grabbed
anything.
the wrong thing.
Dexter ended better than Game of Thrones, and that's saying a lot. Because
Yeah.
Dexter was bad.
Hey,
I'm more.
If you
concerned
haven't
about
watched-
book 3 of the King Killer Chronicles,
hey,
which
all I'm
was
saying
the-
is, if you haven't finished Game of Thrones, season 8, watch the first 2 episodes. Call that bitch a fucking day. Do not watch the last 3 or 4 episodes.
check out.
I mean, the third episode would have been
Killer
amazing
Chronicles.
if you could have
It's a book
like,
series.
actually seen the third episode. If it wasn't shot so goddamn dark that you can't actually see
I know.
anything happening, it would have been awesome.
I keep grabbing the wrong thing. Can somebody bring one of the wide?
See, I'm
ones over
with
that
you, D, but I
space?
think it could have ended on episode 3. Honestly, I feel like episode
Yeah.
3 was the ending of the show to me.
Yeah.
because this whole show is about the White Walkers. It's not about King's Landing. And
it's about the inevitable.
It's about the White Walkers, and they kill the White Walkers at the end of the spoilers. The White Walkers die in season 3.
Oh, yeah, it is episode 3. Yeah, just stop it right there. Yeah, and call it a. You know, you're into filmography and stuff. I remember hearing someone was telling me that they had developed a new technology that had allowed people to basically take shots at night, but it pulled so much light in. The camera pulled so much light in that it actually made the ability to like take natural light scenes, but make them brighter for people to watch it. And I can't remember where I heard that, but I know that they were like, they wanted to use it.
Like what me and John learned in film school is how to shoot at night. Like you shoot for night. You basically set your lighting to shoot for night. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Like the guy who shot that, he just shot that terribly. Because he wanted to feel, the cinematographer wanted to feel of the unknown and the claustrophobia of battle, not knowing what's happening in the dark.
Film?
Which he accomplished, I guess, but you can't
Episode 3 of last seasons of Game of Thrones.
Episode 3 of Game of Thrones, dude. He shot it so dark, like literally. And
you're talking about inside the castle?
All the entire episode is shot dark, but the scenes outside in particular are shot so dark you can't follow the action.
Yeah.
The choreography is awesome.
Which I said he was probably because he couldn't use an HMI and get rid of the shadows inside, so he had to fight. He had to shoot night at night.
No, he stated it was purposeful though. Like he intentionally shot that way so that the feel of battle would feel claustrophobic and like you wouldn't know what was going on because you couldn't actually.
Yeah, by the time
which is nice, but so fucking dark.
Something could hit you.
Yeah,
like in real battle.
It's a great idea in practice, but the way he shot it, it doesn't.
It's still too dark.
It wasn't executed well at all.
Like if you're gonna shoot like that, you gotta shoot everything super close and tight. You can't shoot things wide because you can't see anything at all. So like it was just not. It wasn't executed well. Not that I'm an expert cinematographer. I'm just saying for what little I've learned in film school, that's not the way you shoot that at all. It's a bad idea, dude. And it comes out as a bad idea.
Because all you're doing is we end up cranking up all your brightness on your screen to try to watch it, and then it looks like shit.
Yeah, all you're doing is confusing the audience, which I get that's your point.
But
go ahead.
Yeah. Like I said, I just think it could have been executed a lot better. And then you, like I said, you increase all this brightness so shit doesn't even look right on your TV.
And then they've ruined like the hero's journey for like multiple characters in the episode. They did do well. I mean, a lot of people complained about what's her name killing the Night King. I actually didn't mind that.
That was my problem. They cut some character arcs.
Oh, completely. And gave them nothing. Like they gave Jon Snow basically nothing in the episode. He's supposed to be the hero, which it's kind of shitty, dude. Like this is the whole build-up for him, and he doesn't even get to fight the Night King at the very end. It's stupid. Like it doesn't make any sense.
And then, like I said, the last 3 episodes really upset me because like Jaime Lannister, like what the fuck was that all about?
Yeah, it's bullshit. And how about Dan Targaryen at the end?
I have my thing built.
Instantly becomes a Nazi, huh? Instantly, right?
Yeah.
Like the day, like one day, and you're Hitler. Eat it, bro. Go ahead.
What the fuck just happened there? Okay, so the text just got moved to the map layer, I guess. So that's dope.
What did you do? Forever these words will be ingrained.
This is Steve's jobs to fix at this point because I think all 3, the token, the card, and now a different card of the wrong size is in.
Sorry, I did that. That was my bad.
Yeah.
Remember at the beginning we said that like one person should have control of the map, and we're like, nah, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Nah, it'll be fine.
The more we get comfortable with interacting, the more we all interact. Okay, so the idea for me is, I'm going to use the Brotherhood of Roe idea. So the mechanism that eventually Kumo either puts together or has whole now uses to get the understanding to go to the eye, he gets from the southern waters of Gojira, where the Brotherhood of Roe had an installation near the Salmon's first civilization.
John, I love you, but that event is the most vague fucking thing I've ever seen written in my entire life.
It's pretty weak sauce.
Well, I was just trying to get it down.
Sauce of the most mild and weakest state.
It's like I asked for horseradish and you put mayonnaise on that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like when you're really poor and you have to like save your flavor packet of ramen.
All right, guys, come on. Ramen. Let him at least explain what he's got. He's got an idea.
I did just explain it. I put it down because I couldn't. And I was like, okay, let me just get it down on the thing.
He learns from them and then goes to the water south.
So the idea for me is he gets some information or from his dream or things of an item that he needs to receive, and I'm open for the idea that in the Brotherhood of Roe facility, he doesn't know where it is necessarily. He just knows the civilization underwater which he uses historical understanding or research at some point beforehand, or who knows what that's all about, to get out to that location, and he has to go into this underground or underwater citadel that's half gone because the salmon in that area got destroyed.
So basically, you could just say
the salmon or the salmon. The salmon, right?
Salmon, yes.
If you're just saying a bunch of salmon died, I don't know if that's really would hinder him in finding the.
No, not a sea of dead salmon. Salmon.
My babies.
Instead of just saying in the waters of South Gojira, why don't you just say in a salmon facility or salmon compound in the waters of South Gojira? So
I guess you could. I mean, I understand what you're saying.
A little less vague.
Please don't take that the wrong way, John. I love you for just like what the vague shit is that?
You guys are engaging asshole John, and he will soon appear.
He will
let you know that
it's the ultimate form of John.
It wasn't that. It was when I was like,
an ultimate form.
Got it. It's done.
Yeah.
I got it.
No, I got what you were saying though, dude. When you said South of Gojira and you said road before that, even though you didn't write it, I knew that's what I got. This where you're going.
Yeah. It's just later on we might be like, what the fuck was he talking about?
Yeah, that's the problem. Some of these are super
the card's just to remind us of the description we tell each other. That's what.
Yeah,
exactly.
You're supposed to tell a broad description or whatever.
I know.
The idea for me for the card is this: he's at some point in time in the story, he's going to have to figure out how he can get underwater to this facility. There are going to be threats at the facility of some sort and monsters and bullshit.
Yeah, like if this was a story Bible, this could be an episode, right?
Yeah, this could be a whole.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of these cards could in
almost all of them.
Episodes
across 3 episodes.
It could be a whole season if you really want to stretch it out.
Depends on what the show's about. It's gonna be 6 seasons. The whole show is about Kumo getting this thing, and they just drop the whole rest of the story. No one cares.
Oh, you mean like they did with season 8 of Game of Thrones? Yeah.
Oh God.
All right. So with that, we go back to our focus, our lens. And he gets to add the final word before John gets to come back and explore legacy or pick a new
I was talking way too much shit. I should have been thinking. Talking way too much shit.
Who's the focus?
It's me.
No. Right now, our good friend Corinth there needs to stop thinking about Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And start thinking about how he wants to tie off his round. And then before we go to the legacy, we're going to have John pick the legacy if he's picking one, and then we're going to take a 10-minute break.
Yeah.
I've been trying to think about situations, John, where you when you didn't role play well, and the only one I could possibly think of was the one time you used out of character knowledge, honestly. And all the times I've role played with you, I can't think of a situation where you didn't give it your all role playing.
He gets into his characters.
Performances.
Yeah, but you're always in character though, dude. You're never outside much.
I try, yeah.
It's always.
I don't always succeed.
Except for that one time.
Try not get quite
conversation
so close onto your microphone.
It's the only time.
Yeah, when you're hearing things, the problem with Vampire, the way we play it, well, it's not a problem. It's a beautiful game. Is it turns into this subterfuge and intrigue?
That's what's supposed to be, though.
And the subterfuge
supposed to be that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, but inter-party,
it's supposed to be that way.
No, I mean, a lot of people don't play it that way. A lot of people, the subterfuge and everything is between the outside elements of the coterie.
They're not playing Vampire. They're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
You are right about that, but that particular game, there was 3 separate.
La Sombra.
Well, it was 3 separate kind of factions, all in one story. We had a Sabbat faction, we had me, which was outside the Sabbat, but didn't know it, and then we had a Camarilla faction too within the same party. So it's 3 different ideas within the same party. So it's going to be.
Oh yeah, that yeah. But you get put on your toes so much when you have.
Yeah, I know.
Really smart people and plotters, and you have to, because if not, if you're idle, you can get walked into death.
It just sucked that game because me and Corinth don't want to talk about it. We were trying to screw each other over, but we were doing it so expertly without using out-of-character knowledge until you used out-of-character knowledge to screw the whole thing up. It was literally perfect. It was going to be basically a die roll who succeeded. And then at the same time we were doing that, Steve's character was also doing it to both of us. So like dude, I'm telling you, it was awesome. And then when you do what you did, it just fucking it blew the whole thing up, dude.
Yeah, I didn't realize I didn't have access to information because I was sitting in the room.
It was
listening to the information. That's another thing. So like as far as a DM providing an experience, like you can use note cards to keep information limited, because that's the thing. It's like you're in this realm where each actor, it's kind of like method. They've shared the intent with each other already.
Yeah.
Right? Or they
like
all know the secret.
It's like creating fog of war with the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like trying to limit what everybody knows.
I like
in games like
idea.
In games like Cthulhu, it's easy, right? Because there's no like marginal standard. Like the way I do it, like there's nothing for you to compare it to. It's not like a regular game of Cthulhu. So it's easy for me to control what I show you, what I tell you, how you're supposed to feel, all that type of shit.
And the reactions, yeah.
It's all reactions. But in a game like D&D, I've played D&D for years and years, so it's hard to trick me and even try to get me in that space, no matter how honest I'm trying to be about it.
You have to break down a lot of the systems that are in place that channel it into this general direction.
Now with our group, I think it's less difficult because we're all good role players. But if you just have one asshole in the group who's not role playing, it like destroys the entire conceptual thing you're trying to do anyway. So then
it really has to be a mood too. Like it's something that should build itself. Like once you start, right?
What were you saying, Steve?
I said it feels like you're talking about our perpetual ninja.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, even if they're into it at first, as soon as they step over it and stop role-playing, it kind of destroys the whole mood the DM makes. So then everybody else just kind of follows suit. Anybody that's left trying to role-play, it doesn't
screwed.
matter. Yeah. It's over. It's done. It's been broken. The suspension of disbelief has been... Because that's what we're really talking about here. If you're sitting down playing a role game with your friends, you're playing a game of suspension of disbelief. You're supposed to play a role and not believe that it's real, right? That you can see it, it's not there.
Yeah,
so you have to disbelieve everything that's happening because fireballs don't exist. Like
the core of the low no magic world idea that I have is you start off in pretty much what would be like 13th century England or Europe, like Hungary. Like, I mean, there's nothing special. There's no
back further, dude. I'd take it back to Dark Ages because that's what it really feels like to me. Like where everything would feel like it's magic.
Yeah, like 1100. Yeah,
like if somebody has a suit of adamantium armor, that's magic. Like
the guy's obviously one of the richest people in the world, and
or he's a wizard because he has mithril on because it can't fucking possibly exist because every other knight's wearing this big bulky armor. This dude's untouchable. You know what I mean? Like that's when I think of low magic. That's what I think of. Like technology is almost magic. Pretty much.
Like I was trying to describe before is like if it's people who see like somebody might be able to disguise magic as clerical works, right? And as long as it's the god they're okay with, they don't have a problem because it's God. They believe the magic is the work of God, a miracle, but they don't believe like magic's not supposed to exist, and when it does, it's to be destroyed.
It also feels like when you describe
it
feels to me like goddamn Lord of the Rings. In LOTR, like there is not a lot of magic. Gandalf is like this singular character.
Artifacts are very powerful.
Yeah, it's not like that. And when you say low magic, I think of that too. That's like a deep fantasy setting. Or you could do like a Dark Souls. It's just like almost no magic anywhere. That's like the Dark Ages almost, where it's real heavy, real dark, real gritty. Everyone feels like they could die.
I was thinking the kind of L5R, Lord of the Rings was kind of like the that mood was the base setting, but instead of following like great heroes, it's almost like the Bilbo story, where you're actually following 4 fucking dudes from this village that end up uncovering and
there's
these things.
One dragon, and it's just one mythical insane.
Yeah, like if you see a dragon, it's gonna be one, and it's gonna be a great worm of.
Conan's like that too. Conan the Barbarian, like that.
It's very similar. Like I have a barbarian area north in my world, and in my mind, it's Kroll, it's Conan, it's destroying artifacts. It's
in the movie. There's one guy who uses magic, and what's he really do with it? He has a couple like command spells and shit. That's all. And he turns into a lizard. Like that's it. Like the snake. That he doesn't do any crazy. He doesn't do meteor swarm or like bring people back to life or shit like that. It's very low magic, but he has
true story.
Because he has it, he's like more powerful than everybody else.
Are you ready for it?
I am ready. All right.
Okay.
Fine. All right, so I did a dictated scene underneath when Kumo uncovers the Dark Chimera ritual and begins his quest for the artifact. The scene is he actually arrives at a black thing. I can't remember if it's the keep that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, and he's pulled into what he believes is a shadow realm, and there he locates a tome of twisted shadows. and that's how he learns about the ritual.
Where is it at?
It's northwest on the main.
No, I mean, where is?
Very bottom of the Iron Vice.
Thank you. There we go. Yeah, that's that shadow realm that the Lachey.
It's like been multiple places.
Well, Ren originally made it.
It's like a weird dimension that's been occupied by like four different things. It's kind of cool. Actually.
Yeah. We've had some pretty nasty. Yeah, the Coatl was there. Malpheus was there. Yeah.
So much shit, dude. And
that's not actually the shadow realm, right? That's like a pocket.
Like, that's what he believes. Like I said, he believes he's in the shadow realm. So, who put that tome there? That's to be undecided. That's undecided at this point.
Alcatos.
I mean, who knows?
String puller for everything, but yeah, maybe.
Alcatos is doing it all so he can pull Alatun out just so he can destroy her.
I like the idea of Malpheus doing it because Malpheus is still around and he's like completely insane. So maybe
he is insane.
He actually found an entire cache of insane artifact knowledge.
Yeah, basically,
he's only there on the quest to pick that up, so that's all I grabbed and left.
Basically, the Darkhold from Marvel. That's what he's describing the Twisted Shadow.
Yeah. I mean, just to me, think about like the fact that like Malpheus would be like, oh, giant creatures of destruction. Sounds like a good fucking time.
Found in ancient Sumeria in 1896, bound in human flesh. Description reads. Sorry.
It's actually it's Malpheus's book, but it's not Malpheus's cache. It's actually the cache that people were like, where can we put this and no one will find it?
Well, didn't we have a whole?
Is that word pronounced cache or cache? I've always thought it was cache.
Either one.
I think it's both. But then we have
that's interesting. I didn't know.
On where they were finding artifacts there, or going there to destroy artifacts or some shit. Remember that? We had a whole.
Yeah, there was an order of chronics that were gathering items and throwing them into the Shadow Realm.
So we already have it all. It's already the thing that we thought it could be.
Much like Game of Thrones, we're just recycling our stories over and over.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Awesome. All right, so
that leaves us with John at least telling us, is he picking a new legacy or is he just going to explore one of the 4 legacies? And then once he makes that decision, we're going to take a break.
And by picking, he replaces one, right?
Yeah. He can either replace his legacy with one of the other legacies or create a whole new one. Whole nother English.
What was named this round? Or last round? This round?
What was what?
This was all the stuff
Kumo,
about
Black Fang.
Ritual.
No, this has the Crovexis. Oh, this started with Kumo travels to the eye and goes into the.
The legacy I picked was the Shadowheart clan. That's what I picked. I don't know if somebody had one since then.
It's got to be something that was made this round, right?
If you are picking a new one instead of using one of the ones here, yes. You can just explore one of the legacies we already have.
Did you just do beep beep? I'm a sheep.
No, I just said
okay.
Do.
I
got one for you, D.
Shark.
Thankfully, my kids don't see that shit.
God, that thing's so annoying.
But they have another song. So, real talk, my little girl has like this Brontosaurus like dinosaur thing on her pad, and it has like a metal. It's like a metal song, it's like Brontosaurus eating.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's so good.
What?
Tyrannosaurus kills Brontosaurus.
That's right.
Sticking with Kumo.
Little
You're gonna explore Kumo when we come back.
No, Kumo's father. I'm sticking with the legacy I have.
You're gonna explore Kumo's father when we get back.
Yeah, more Matsu.
Hey John, I have a pitch for a movie idea for you, dude. We remake.
We're gonna go on a 10-minute break now.
We remake the Monster Squad movie, but instead of the classic Universal monsters, it's the slashers from the '80s movies. Freddy, Michael Myers, Chucky, and fucking Pinhead.
Scooby and Scrappy Doo versus Freddy Krueger.
Teenage or like little kids, it's like teenagers or college students have to fight.
See you in 10.
All right, see you in 10, guys.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, we're here. We're back. Hey.
Welcome back, and we are going to be picking back up with Bull Critter John exploring the legacy.
Hey,
so out during my cigarette. So my legacy is Kumo's father. Out during the cigarette, I had an idea about something that we just had a little thing on, which is Kumo was orphaned, but Kumo was abandoned by his parents, right? And we had the events, the scene under it that says Kumo doesn't know his heritage, but the tribal people take over. And I started thinking, like, why? What are the reasonings behind this? So my idea is this.
I thought the reasoning was that Matsu abandoned him because he was trying to stop the prophecy.
Stop the prophecy. No, I mean, it's like, well, why did the tribal leaders pick him up? Well, because the tribal leaders do know who he doesn't know Kumo is his father. Kumo doesn't realize he isn't dead or that he isn't gone. He doesn't realize that guy is the guy that part of the prophecy. He thought the prophecy was resolved at some point before this. Okay. And so there's an event where Kumo's father finds out that Kumo is his son, and that the prophecy.
Oh, so he doesn't know Kumo's the son.
Yeah, and I'm going to put it, I think, either during the Civil War. This is where I would love input, where exactly that happens to help with the arcs, because they're getting real complicated in pace.
So is Kumo no longer the artifact then? Even though
he still is the artifact.
So, okay, so he wasn't the one found on the island. So we're gonna say so he was just okay. I get it. So like his father conceived him with his mother, and then he became the artifact when he was born.
Hey, so I think so. This is what I think.
Well, if they're born across the world,
I don't think it's
at the same time that time warp happened in the bottom. You know what I'm
saying? And at the same time, all the firstborns died.
Yeah, like whatever event it is, that's what made him the artifact. You know what I mean? So he's not some kind of weird.
So what if Willow?
I got it.
Go ahead.
All right. So what I would do, John, is I would make a scene under an order of dark magic hunting dragons, all this stuff, destroy the clan. And then you need the scene in there where that's when Matsu learns that Kumo is his son.
What about the Sky Shadow battlefield? Oh, so like when he first meets him on the battlefield, he doesn't know that's his son that's beat him?
Correct. Like when he destroys him, when he scatters the Sky Shadow clan, that's when he learns that Kumo is
somewhere between there and the destruction of the Sky Shadow, because that's what drives its discussion.
Well, I would say that's a scene.
Yeah. Okay, so where will we put exactly? You say under an order of dark magic, but I think you should find out before the Sky Shadow are destroyed. Like what destroys it is the fact that he throws everything at Kumo to kill him, because he's like, I have to destroy the prophecy because it will destroy Gojira.
So this legacy am I understanding that correctly? It's about the prophecy, right?
Yeah, in his mind, and even though the prophecy isn't technically about Kumo, it's about Dashal.
Got it. Yeah, but he's evolved because he's Dashal's father. So
yeah. Well, technically, if he does kill him, he does solve the problem.
Technically. So actually, yeah. So it should be an event in between that scene that just got moved down and the
I'm
other
gonna put a
event.
Scene underneath it, because I think the scene is. Do you want to play out the
scene? Hold. Pause. That scene has to go with the event above it, and then take that event and put it down below that scene.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
Correct.
I gotcha. You're good. You're
good. So yeah, I'm gonna put it. Actually, it'd be great. There's a scene inside. You can put another scene under Kumo's ability to gain the influence from the Black Dust, because at the exact same moment, somewhere else in the world is when Kumo's father discovers that Kumo is Kumo.
You could definitely do that.
Or
so just make it a scene at the same time.
Yeah, like in the part of the world. I like it. It's camp, but it's that fun camp. Because just like as we make this, we serendipitously create things that are perfect on accident. Things like this happen in the real world, where in the exact moment that the great evil takes over Kumo, or the great deal, Kumo actually has a lot. Kumo interacts with Alcatos. Kumo interacts with Alatoon.
It's called a contrivance.
You thought this was all going to be about Dashal, but it's really about Kumo.
It's contrivance, right? Like when these two things that wouldn't have actually met in the plot for real, they actually meet in the plot. Mm-hmm. You know, like he realizes his girlfriend's actually his sister.
Hashtag Star Wars. So.
Spoiler warning. Leia is Luke's sister.
What? What'd you say? What?
Bullshit.
What?
Done.
You've been kissing his sister?
Actually, apparently, Haley, what was Donnie Osmond and Marie predicted it on accident during their show.
Did they really?
Yeah, because they were making a brother-sister joke. And they didn't know. But notice, unlike J.J. Abrams, George Lucas didn't change his whole storyline.
Bro, Han shot first. I don't want to hear that shit from you.
That wasn't J.J.'s fault. I don't defend those movies much, but J.J. had nothing to do with Last Jedi, and it shows because he destroyed every idea from Force Awakens in Last Jedi on purpose. So basically, that movie should be titled "Fuck You, J.J." Episode 8.
That's right. That's right.
Star Wars Episode 8. Go back to Star Trek. P.S. I hate your movies. Love Ryan.
John, are you writing something on the card? Oh, you're having technical issues. Yeah, you forgot you had to write on the card, huh?
Look, see? And now it works.
Oh, the mic went out.
No, I was going to say, I was talking about
It's
Lost.
your stash. It doesn't respect your stash.
Lost was Lindelof.
Yeah, if you would stop grabbing the mic and trying to talk all deep into it, you'd probably be better off.
No, I spilled a coffee earlier. That's why I walked away. Because I had to clean it. And I spilled it on the mic, which made me move the mic, and then the cord.
Okay. I step back.
You're increasing his power levels.
No.
There you go, Anger Sand. Not Super Sand, Anger Sand, dude.
I like the event, though.
Bro, we should give each other nicknames. Like, John should totally be the Hulk.
It totally is.
I am just a mild-mannered scientist.
You wouldn't like him when he's angry, dude. Dr. John, Mr. Asshole.
It's his secret. He's always angry.
My secret is I'm always an asshole. Kids want to know my secret. I hate that
was my secret.
I hate that line from that movie too, by the way. It's a terrible line. I think
it's still better delivered than
that's another spoiler warning. Apparently the Hulk is always angry.
Yeah. Hey,
and he calls them kids, dude, even though they're all the same age as him, and Captain America is like fucking 80 years old.
Yeah. Hey, my thing is it's still a better line than do you know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning? That.
Bro, are you questioning the impeccable timing of the great Halle Berry? Sir, that line will go down in the annals of history. People will remember that long after. I'm always.
Oh no, it's going to go down the annals of history, but not the annals.
Okay, guys.
The best line in that movie is when he looks at Professor Xavier and he goes, "What do they call you? Wheels?"
That was hilarious.
I think they have a lot of energy, so I would like to think that it's a good time to do a scene.
Uh-oh.
Do you want to do a scene on the Kumo discovering? Or I'm not discovering?
If you have the question in your mind, rock and roll it, man.
Well, I think in my mind I already have the answer to the question. I said it.
Well,
earlier.
then you don't need
if
to.
no one disagrees with it, then that's why he's doing what he's doing. And
I disagree. Scene.
Okay.
Scene.
The question would be, what does Matsu feel after discovering his son is alive, or like that effect? Yeah. Like I was trying to figure out like what's the motivation behind Matsu trying to destroy the battle, the whatever tribe Kumo is part of before this.
Oh, but he does it because he's trying to stop the prophecy. So that's why he does it.
Yeah, we already have the answer.
You already have the answer. Yeah.
Yeah. It really is a dictated scene.
No scene. That's
yeah.
Actually, the scene shouldn't even be there. The scene should be probably where you, right where you, in the first place. It should be under the battle, the first battle, because Kumo leaves after this. So it's irrelevant as to whether his father discovers that he is who he is, because he's already gone. Yeah, his father would be killed when he is gone by other irrelevant people.
I got confused when you said it happened at the same time. The Outcoast gave him his powers, like, but they weren't in the same place.
Oh no, I meant like far away. In another part of the world.
What?
I'm like, what?
Yeah, he's in 2 places. There's two Kumos.
Oh God. There's
Kumo has a twin. It's twin Kumos.
Well, I don't know how he discovers. That is the question that is there.
Well,
I don't need it answered. How he discovers
of them fighting. And something happened during the battle where he discovers that he's his son. I thought that was the original thing he pitched, which I thought was a cool idea. But then you said
that's what it's become now, which is better.
Well, it's your idea, dude.
No, I like this better. This is where it should be because I was trying to figure out like what the next step would be.
It could be like our Luke, I'm your father moment.
Yeah, I thought it was more of you were the chosen one and I abandoned you moment.
They're like on a volcano edge.
Or like
they're on a volcano edge. But instead of saying you were the chosen one, I didn't choose you.
He's like, let it go, you. I have the higher ground. And T'Challa's like, I don't care. And he jumps at him. And he chops his legs off. Oh wait, it was Kumo. Sorry, Kumo, I have the higher ground. And then he yells no for 15 minutes.
I actually had to stop at the theaters at that point and sit back and be like, wow. I remember
Do not want.
It was dope before a little, but then it was like you used the word perfectly earlier, contrived.
The better line would have been like, no, she told me she used the day after pill. You know, God damn it. I ain't gonna pay no child support, bitch. Eyes, bro.
Or like something that foreshadowed the series later, like I will hunt you.
You know what I like the most about George Lucas's writing? He thought the best place to hide Darth Vader's son was with his uncle, which would be Anakin's family, and he would never think to look there, dude, because you would never think that your relative would be with another relative. It's fucking genius, bro, in every way possible. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not the first place, you look.
It's a terrible.
After somebody escapes prison or jumps bail or.
Oh, cool. And it's on the same planet where Anakin grew up. That's a great idea, dude. That's like hiding your star witness in the same town as with the mob, like right across the street from Sorry, I apologize. This is not what this show is for. It's not what this podcast is about.
So the next focus is now Corinth?
How was this the last focus?
It was the last focus. That doesn't make any sense. I think it's Steve.
Oh, man, it's Pookie.
No, it's Pookie. It's
Pookie. Focus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
You are.
I can focus on anything I want, or I have to focus on a legacy.
Focus.
No, you focus on whatever.
A new thing, a brand new
friggin' frag you want.
Or an old thing.
A new thing, an old thing.
Something in blue.
Borrowed.
Something new. Something borrowed.
Definitely not a borrowed thing.
You beat me to blue.
All three of us went to the wedding thing, yeah.
So there's this wedding. We'll call it the magenta wedding, and one side kills everyone else.
It's the lilac. No, it's the lilac wedding, man.
The lilac wedding.
When you said magenta, my mind went to one spot, and I was like, it was a wedding that was ruined after they spent a month together, and all the women's cycles matched.
Yeah,
Wow, that's not at all right.
Hey, I'm gonna.
Oh, come on, that's a term. Liquid, magenta.
Like I said, I'm leaving it the fuck alone.
So if
I have never ever
super old, it's something blue.
Yeah, if it's been dead for a while.
Okay, I want to
focus there.
I want to focus on the return of Rend.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Open field, everybody.
Open field. It's gonna be totally different than everything else we talked about.
Open field. Yeah, it's new territory.
Do I have to do an event too? Is that mine?
A period, event, or a scene, but there's no events yet.
Event and a scene, yeah.
You can dictate, right? You can do a nest, yeah.
You can nest with a dictated, yeah.
Yeah, you can nest with either a period and event or an event and a scene.
Just do a period.
You can do a period or an event or a scene or a period and an event and an event and a scene. Either way. I'm going to make Ren develops IBS.
That's terrible.
I know. It's a horrible condition.
He's trying to make an attachment to one of the most powerful characters we have in the world. He's leaving his imprint.
I mean,
it'll be more like me now.
I mean, I guess it could be worse. You could have like ILS or something like that.
ALS?
No, ILS, invisible lat syndrome. It's like when not swole dudes walk around like this all day, acting like they got big old giant like lats.
But you mean posing bitches? Gotcha.
That's right. That's right. When they walk around like they're all huge, you're like, what the hell is that? Like, oh, he's got ILS.
IDS, invisible dick syndrome.
Hey, there's a lot of people that are challenged. Us that are blessed need not to.
Does that make me handicapped? Can I get disability?
Actually, one day that will be true. One day they're going to extend disabilities to psychiatric abilities based on emotional distress.
Can I create an event under that too? Steve, can you like move all this shit around? So
and when they
I don't know where you're. Where are you trying to move stuff?
Between Civil War and the Great Geysir.
Hey, so what's up with this untitled stuff that's on the top of our page right now? On the podcast page, Twitch. Never mind, it came back up. Your Roll20 just reloaded. Yeah, you got like establishing server like a point. Okay, yeah. Like, what's going on?
Oh, I'm already back in. I've been back in for a hot minute. It's just, hey, I'm gonna zoom out, Steve, and grab all of them.
I'm in the process. So just let me do it.
Okay, I'm just gonna start grabbing individual ones and moving around. Then.
What a dick.
Yeah, so I threw that link up, by the way, in the Twitch chat for the roll system.
Whoa.
That is the new simple one. One of them transferred from another card. I'll move that back. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
There we go. And we also lost a token, and one of the cards moved.
Yeah, because we're totally marking every one of these with a token.
Actually, there's just a token. Somebody got some super glue and stuck a token to the map to fuck with people. Yeah, look at Steve laughing. That motherfucker's the one who did it.
Oh, you can't even grab that sucker.
Look at Steve. Yeah, look at Steve. You see, look at Steve laughing. He's the fucker who did it. He's like,
I saw it.
Stuck it down.
I saw it earlier, and I was just like, I'm not going to the map layer to fix this. Whoever did it, fuck them.
I tried going to the map layer earlier, and that's why we were refreshing, because I accidentally changed the actual page toolbar.
He was like, "You want to make cum jokes about me, huh? Well, watch this." And then that shit got stuck, bro.
I get it. The connect. I got it. It was there.
Obviously, I need to be more funny in the future because I listed 0 laughs. Even the crickets.
Oh, sorry. I was too busy trying to get that stupid token off.
I acknowledged that the joke did make sense.
I always say they all can't be winners, folks. You know,
dude, okay, I know we were talking about vampire during our break, but you literally just took vampire and made it a period.
Yeah, I know. Are you ready for this shit?
Yeah. The Endless Night is actually the end game of the Giovanni clan up until like 5th edition, when they do all sorts of weird shit with the clans. But that's when they're like, we're trying to make it like basically night all the time so that we don't have to go back inside when the sun's out.
Selfish bastards could just move to Canada.
I mean, they could. Also, if you ever played Skyrim and you get that badass bow and you've got the oh goodness, the extra content that I can't think of what now, but like the stuff with the vampires, that's pretty badass shit. You get this badass bow and you like shoot it at the sun and it turns the whole thing like dark, and then you just roll around like a vampire all day and kick ass. It's kind of cool. Spoiler alert: Skyrim has lots of fucking quests. So many fucking quests.
You talk about the mods?
No, I'm talking about just the quest in general. But no, I'm talking about the DLC. Dude, my favorite DLC, honestly, for Skyrim was either Hearthhome, where like you got to build your own house, kind of cool, or the Dragonborn stuff, where you go meet like one of the original Dragonborns and like the tentacle, like clearly HP Lovecraft god gets more involved with things.
Valheim, by chance?
Mm-mm.
Online multi capable, but single player possible. Quests with a Viking, or actually Norse not prehistory. Probably like 6 to 1000 AD time period. World, like you travel around, you need to kill 6 things. It's a third person perspective. You can build, but it's a crafting game. Everything in the game can be turned into something. You build your own house, because if you don't, then at night Norse monsters come to hunt you down. Imagine Minecraft, but with more realistic graphics and
survival mode and shit like that, and
survival mode, Norse,
and the Colossus games and shit like that.
Well, more like there's another one that's come out called Medieval Dynasty. So the point is,
I can't hear you, bud.
Can you fix that?
Oh wow!
Can you still not hear me?
Yeah,
I can. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, he's gonna make the card larger.
You're addressing it. Cool. I will let producer John handle it. He's
trying to make a larger card.
Yeah, I was wondering about using the tall one though. You got to zoom in in order to get the corners.
Hold on. Here, I got a better idea.
Boom.
Okay, that'll work too.
Boom.
I was just going to copy. I was just going to copy one of the bigger cards over to the left, and then that'll work too. Ooh.
Okay, so I have a scene for this too, but I don't know if I'm allowed to do a scene too and top all of it.
You can. Yeah, you could. You do them both.
You already did the period. What did? Can you tell us?
Oh no, you're right.
Period first.
Okay, so the period is a time where blood magic starts to become a thing. And it's called Endless Night because at night these kind of zombie creatures that are made, they're not like Vazad, I guess. They're zombies who are like super strong. They have like blood flowing out of them and shit. They're like super hard to kill at night. So when night comes, people have to like board up their villages and protect them because these things start like across Gojira. Just fucking everything up.
Is this basically what stops the Civil War because everyone bands together because of this shit?
That I was thinking, yeah. I was thinking it both stops the Civil War and it gives them the need to return to the Geisik because this thing is gonna like fuck up a lot of the leadership and like change the whole. This is also the time where magic becomes a thing that is completely outlawed after this.
Is it because like where the night take holds these thing attack? Is it like almost like a random chaotic structure, or is it like in one specific part?
It's not that when night takes hold they attack. It's that during night, like during darkness, they're almost indestructible. They're so hard to kill. They attack during the day and shit. But at night, they're almost.
My question is, how does that tie back to?
Yeah, that's what the scene's going to be about. Yeah.
Rend.
Yeah, that's what my scene's going to be about. It's going to tie into Rend. Or do you just want me to explain to you before I do the scene?
Yeah, because right now,
So
I almost think the Endless Night should be your focus because that seems like it'd be a really cool focus. But if you've got a way to tie it back to Ren.
Yeah, so Nilbog is the leader of the Lichen clan. He's the one who creates it. And he figures out from the heart that he can use her blood that's pumping through his body now to do magic. And the thing he develops is bringing other things back to life because he's unkillable, right?
So where's the Lichen? Oh, sorry. Where's the Lichen clan come from? Like Nilbog infiltrate? I get that, but like, how did Nilbog become part of Gojira to become a clan?
He just wanders into the Gojira and starts raising people and makes his own clan.
Oh, so it's not like a clan that's recognized an official clan by all the other clans. It's just a group of. Gotcha.
No, he's calling himself a clan because the majority of the people he's raising are lizard folk. So, and these aren't rampaging like dead warriors. They're just super strong, hard to kill.
Are they still themselves? Or
yeah, they still function as themselves.
Oh, they're not like dead in the head?
Not dead in the head. But the zombies, that's what you explain them. Like, they're super hard to kill.
But they have an allegiance to him because he raised them.
He raised them, but he doesn't control them. It's not like the blood magic in L5R where he can control what they're doing and shit like that. He doesn't. I mean, maybe we could say he controls lieutenants or something, but the majority of things he raises, he doesn't control them. He looks at it like he's giving them life again. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And to me, it makes sense because, like, the other clans would not want their dead to come back and join. They'd be like, no, you can't be a part of this anymore.
Because the Japanese hate the dead and undead things.
Yeah,
right?
I was about to say, I wonder if it would benefit if he did have control of them more, or that he wiped some part of them. Because it seems to me like if I came back and my culture said undead is wrong, I would think my own existence was wrong, right?
Not necessarily. Not if you're like a peasant.
Dishonor on
part of the
your family.
Not part of the samurai caste.
So also, what if
you said like hire people too?
Yeah, he's going to take higher people too for sure.
But what happens if when they die and they come back, they realize about the prison plane, so they don't want to go back?
Oh, like they're like, you don't understand, they're not dead. It's like a cult of not death.
I kind of like that idea.
Yeah, like it's like you don't understand. Death isn't death. This is all bullshit. Like reality is bullshit. We need to bring all this down.
Well, I was thinking, given their viewpoints, if what revitalized them, they have the understanding that it's the blood of Ren.
Yeah, for sure.
They wouldn't see it as being some sort of undead. Anyways,
like Ren gave them life back.
They would see it like as an immortality.
Yeah,
like a perverted version of immortality.
Because Nilbog is immortal.
I don't know about perverted, given that they
might think it's just normal. Yeah.
So it's like they've been blessed by Ren to continue, glorious battle.
Yeah.
I was going to call it the Rend clan, but I thought it would be more interesting since we didn't have the Lichen thing done yet, that we just make this the Lichen. Like, this is the Lichen. The same ones that
because
later.
Lichen doesn't really grow by itself. It has to grow out of things. So, like, this clan grew from other stuff.
Yeah, it grew from the blood of Ren, right? Like,
yeah, it makes sense. I like it. That's pretty badass, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
I can even
that's how it's
it's kind of cool too, because it balances the end. Because like if you look at the end here, the Lycan clan returns to defeat the monoliths, right? So like, if it was just a normal clan that defeated the monolithics, then they'd be like the most powerful clan in the land because like you know what I mean. But they have a history that's more wretched, so it balances. So it's like almost like when they do this, they could redeem themselves into a position in the clan.
Yeah, and then at the end, they also like rediscover the reflective skin trait, which is badass. Like they're also going to.
I still don't. If they believe that they're being resurrected by the blood of Ren, they wouldn't see themselves as wretched or in need of.
They won't.
They would, but the rest of the clan might.
Who might not even understand that that's what's occurring. And there might be fractures and splits over what that means. The fact that Nilbog is the one in the ownership of Ren could lead to a whole sex of people saying that they should kill him and take it.
Lizard folk, right? So
because he's not a lizard folk.
He's a goblin.
It'd be like a schism, probably.
So I have to do a scene. So it's pit led by Nilbog and other proto-lizard folk who have an unusual mastery over death, allows them to turn nearly undead to blood magic infused warriors who struck blood knight. So it's not just zombies either, from that description I just made. So other people gain this ability too, kind of like Maho in L5R. So he can teach them, but he's the only one that has the blood. But the blood he puts into them, they can then use to do the same kind of things. So maybe not as powerful as him or something. I don't know. So he's not the only one. Yeah, he's not the only one running around doing shit.
So he kind of is like the arbiter, or not the arbiter, the harbinger of necromancy.
Yeah, and I kind of want him to be like the leader of the clan too. Like he is the head of this.
This is also probably what causes the Kimpo eventually to want to learn how to do this on their own, because the Kimpo can't do this. Which is, they see like, if we could bring back our assassins who have already died, how much stronger will we be?
And our Kimpo find another way to do it is kind of like the Lion Darkness in L5R. They found a way through the worms, right? So that's kind of like the Lion Darkness. It's like a different version of the Shadowlands doing something, like a different entity. So we kind of have like our own little entity. So this is our blood magic entity,
like that dragon of darkness kind of thing.
That's what, exactly. That's what the Lion Darkness is. It looks like a giant black dragon, but it's really just this entity that sucks away everything until it absorbs into its nothingness. Yeah. So our worm is kind of like that. I don't know. It's just interesting. There's a lot of avenues between the two ideas.
Yeah.
But sorry, I just wanted to do something with Rain, and I want to do something with Lichen. I thought this made sense in my head. Maybe it doesn't. Does it make sense?
I know.
And just so I can get a reaffirmation on this, what is the time period of the Endless Night itself?
Because that's when they start trying to take over Gojira by using these at night. Because
they try to conquer Gojira. Okay.
Yeah. Destroy, conquer, raise.
I was trying to get an image of the okay. I got the image now. I've got the image.
Ending the Civil War because they have to band together, and then giving them a reason to want to reinvigorate or bring back the Great Geisig, because the leadership is going to be fucked by the end of this period now. I also want to add more conflict in here, because we also said over here that the country is always at war, pretty much. There's never peace.
Yeah.
So I thought,
and honestly, like the Endless Night may only be like a decade or less. Like it may be a very short period of time.
We have a scene for when Nilbog dies in Dawn. Doesn't Murloc and him get into it?
No, he hasn't died yet.
Oh,
he falls.
Oh, he became
Murloc got into it with Exire, and then beat the shit out of Exire, and Exire followed him.
That's who it was. Okay, my bad.
You're fine. We have a lot of shit going on.
I mean, he could definitely get into it with Murloc now because Murloc is here.
I keep thinking of Murloc is totally like it's
a badass salmon.
Musashi Miyamoto, right?
Yeah, that's basically who he is. Correct.
That's who he is. Yeah.
Except he's not using a katana; he's using this giant cloudbuster sword.
That's right.
But yeah, essentially, you got exactly right, dude. He's the guy that had like 500 sword fights and never lost.
Yeah, never lost. He just traveled and made swords as well, from my understanding. So, yeah,
it's like 500 O because back then the O meant death. So he just murdered.
Yeah. What's your win? Like I've never lost. Why not? I'd be dead.
Because I'm alive, bro.
Because I'm alive, motherfucker. Yeah. Guess what? We're all undefeated until we're not, and then we're dead. Like. So it is now Steve's turn, huh?
Although after he gives the sword away and it breaks apart, I don't know what Murloc is then. I guess.
We haven't.
Did Murloc walked in and dropped it?
Yeah, and then just left.
Yeah.
I'm really upset because when I went to go pick my legacy, Murloc was from the round before. Just like with the turtle, I really wanted to pick Yojira or whatever.
Oh, Yojima.
Yojima, but it was from the turn before.
No, you could change the legacy and make them the legacy.
It's got I thought that'd be something that built this round.
Yeah, so this round you could have got rid of like the Shadowheart clan and be like, I want to focus on Murloc, and then that could have been the legacy this round. Right? That's how it works.
If he was brought up during the last round of play.
Oh, you can only do it if the character. I didn't know that. I thought
it was brought up. If that scene or the thing you're pulling from was brought up that round.
Well, he got brought up. No, he did get brought up this round, didn't he? Something about him's in here. Right here. Kumo meets the Sweater.
Yeah, that was the round before I went. Or as legacy.
Okay.
Yeah. And same with Yojima, because I wanted to be like, no, we got to figure out what the fuck this turtle story is.
Yeah, you got to bring it up before it's your turn, I guess.
Like, there's all these powerful beings, and there's a turtle. I want to know what the fuck about the turtle. Like, what kind of power does this turtle have? It's got to have some kind of power to be on, this level play. It's obviously Kami, but I mean, like, what level Kami? What has he done in the story? He's a tortoise. He's
they used him in the ritual to make the
monolithics.
Definitely.
Yeah. No, I just mean like the before. Like, what was he doing during the splitting of the horde?
Yeah.
Because he's old as shit.
Kami recalls the when the primal lizard folk entered the realm. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Look.
The only time Kamis have deja vu is when they're caught in their own prophecies.
Yeah.
I'm done. Whoever's turn it is now. I'm not going to do a series.
I'm working on it.
So. Sorry. If you guys are okay with it, I would say probably around 11 we need to call it because I'm effing tired.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
By 11, we should be done with this round.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. What's the focus one more time? So sorry.
Rend.
Focus is Rend.
Okay.
Rend. So
anything, pieces of Rend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a Christ-like Rend appearance at the end.
Have her reappear. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. So if you're not, I am. Like that's what I was totally thinking. Like Jesus Christ,
Rend comes down from the sky in a ball of light.
Jesus Christ, primal lizard.
Yeah, that's their play 200 years from now.
Yeah,
on their Broadway.
If this was Earth, then in Japan it's all about Jesus Christ, primal lizard.
It's been played by the same person the whole time. I have never actually watched Jesus Christ Superstar. My wife loves it. I've never looked at it. But apparently the same guy is still doing it.
I'll stick to Jacob's Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm assuming that this is going to be towards the middle or later phase of the Endless Night.
Okay.
But the reason Murloc is traveling Gojira, although he's also taking a grand amount of time to duel anyone who challenges him as he's traveling Gojira. It's actually to seek insight from the kami of the land, the spirits, because while
like
performing,
I was like Fujima, the tortoise.
While performing, katas on his own while wielding Alatun, the word Geisig keeps coming to him, and he has no context as to what the fuck a Geisig is. And worldly, there is that word, but he isn't really world. He's worldly and traveling around and living off the land and doing shit like that. But Geisig, it's a weird word. Cool, move on. But every time he performs kata, the word comes to his mind, and he's like, "Okay, what the fuck is this?"
Yeah, like she's whispering it to him and shit.
So Ren's whispering in his ear, basically.
But Alatun is subduing her.
Oh,
okay.
Because both spirits are in the sword, remember?
It's true.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So.
Okay. I know what mine is. I just, again, don't know where to put it exactly.
All right. Well, what are you thinking? And we'll tell you where to put it.
It's going to...
I mean, we'll suggest where to put it.
I'm going to put it... I'm thinking in the Civil War. I'm thinking about putting it where other prophecies happen. I was thinking about putting it where Kumo first touches negative energy, or where the splitting of the storied stones happens. Actually, I might put it where the storied stones happens. What I want is a cult. Well, it's not just... It's a religious order that's been around for a long time. Very like a placated, monastic tradition, but the secret levels of this monastic tradition revealed to all of the people that were involved in it that it was actually, a devotion to Rend and to uphold a secret of Rend's return in prophecy.
So you want to put that event
most
right
inner
here.
People understood that, and then when the time came, at this moment after the Great Crack, they then began to pronounce themselves and to, what is it when they speak, proselytize.
Yeah.
The second coming of Rend. And part of the prophecy was that Rend was returning in order to destroy an usurper from other lands. And so it causes, at the period in time, so pretty much almost through all of this, an uneasiness in the land, at least for anybody who buys into the Rend return, of any foreigners. It causes a bit of xenophobia in those that truly believe in it, because they identify the metaphoric usurper from another land as any excuse they want for whatever targeted group they want to.
Which is why the Lycan clan probably is not looked upon very well since.
So now I do have to ask. It's a Gojiran prophecy, and when they say outside of the land, do they just mean Gojira, or because
it's unclear
and interpretable, which is why it's dangerous.
I understand
it's an unclear prophecy.
The actual prophecy, it's the return of Rend, because I'm assuming that one of the reasons Rend needs to come back is beat the shit out of Alatun and anybody else who's fucking with her people. Like trying to direct her people towards certain directions, and she's like, go fuck you. Like, these people will either have their own divine will or it'll be my will. Like, it's not Alcatos's place to come in and direct which way my people move. And she's just there when she's come out.
Ren said, let my people go.
Yeah, kind of. Like Moses upon high.
See, you say that, but really what I heard is Ren go, damn it, there are actually players playing at my level.
Yeah.
I have to step up my game.
It's true.
I have to start playing again instead of just sitting back and watching.
That's what I heard.
Well, and I mean, and if you remember,
no, let's be honest. At the very end, Ren did become more noble.
Yes, and Ren, because she was absorbed into the sword for a while, battled with Alatun and tried to make things better, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah,
or it did. We don't know.
Alatun's kind of become the monster, right? Like she's become the monster now.
Yeah. She became obsessed with revenge.
Yeah, I mean, think about it this way. What did she do with the swords, right? Didn't you say that they gave them to her and then she killed them?
She got her revenge, right? But it didn't sate her. Do you see what I'm saying? So she wanted more after that. Whereas Ren
also wanted to destroy everything Ren built.
Yeah, I want to destroy everything she built, right? Or
she got the pound of flesh she wanted, and then she realized she wanted the whole fucking body.
Yeah, makes sense.
What a bitch.
Do you want to? Somebody want to pitch names for this? I don't know. I think that what it is what it will play in the story as a device is the ability to tap in to pull out the prophecy of Rend whenever it's needed, or to pull out items that somebody might need to research about something. This would be a very.
How about the final claw?
The final. It's got to be 2 syllables, man.
Why?
Countdown.
Oh
The final claw down.
Claw down. It's like terrible. Goodness. Oh, let's see.
They're a monastic order.
Yeah, and I think that before
monks.
this, they're like I said, they're really low key. So they're probably like one that did nothing but like charitable services or something. They populated the whole area. They laid back, and only the most integral members ever understood the true purpose. Kind of like Mormons in a fashion. Like, oh, are you on the council? Okay, then you don't actually get the legit thing that all the rule sets. Or like Scientology, you're not a true yet, you're at this level, so you don't get this package. Or Masons, where there's different levels, right, of revealed knowledge.
Talk about Freemasons?
Yeah, Freemasons. You have a different level of revealed knowledge depending on your ranking as a Freemason. And you can tell based on the ceremonial functions that they perform. Like the methodology of a handshake or etc.
Oh my God, you know the secrets.
Not really. I know anything that's been published, which is not secret.
Illuminati.
I know.
Probably
It's quite a lot too.
100% not legit. It's like being on HunterNet.
Sean's Illuminati, bro. We just figured it out.
You just need to know. You need to read them like tells so that you can hunt them. I mean,
Illuminatis. All right, I gotta figure out some shit here real quick.
So you can go hunt all the local sheriffs, judges, and other people who aren't internationally meritable in any fashion or moving the world in directions.
All right, so I got
Claw down.
So bad. Oh man.
I'm gonna make this dark because like the xenophobia that comes from it, and also I think another thing that'll come from it is like this. Some people will take it as like the end is nigh. The end is nigh.
I mean, isn't that like every 100 years in this world?
And they're right.
Come on, bro.
When people come into the room going, the end is nigh, everybody believes they're telling the truth.
Yeah, all the teenagers are like, we're gonna die. And motherfuckers like, you soft piece of shit. This is my 14th apocalypse. Get in line.
it's like a bad episode of Supernatural.
Back in my day, we had 3 apocalypses a week. I had to walk to school in the snow with no shoes on.
I had to walk to I had to walk to school through an apocalypse. Both ways.
I had to walk to school through nuclear fire. You complaining about your iPhone? Get the fuck out of here! This is a modern day.
That was so good. I'm not gonna lie.
Bitch, I eat apocalypses for breakfast.
Yeah, so just imagine the flip side of that. That means the guy that sits there and goes, "Nah, guys, you're blowing it over and out of proportion. It's not going to be that bad." That's the crazy guy. That's the guy society looks at and goes, "Man, that guy's nuts. He's not running for the hills. What's wrong with this fucker?"
Well, it's kind of cool because some of our races have been there since the beginning. I think 1 or 2 of them has been since the beginning and survived every single one up to this point.
What do you think about the Riven Annals?
The Riven Annals.
I mean, I don't know what that means, but sure, why not?
Does Riven to split?
Split or tear apart violently?
I have never heard that word. So. Riven.
Vocab. Motherfucker. Riven, the PC game, the sequel to Myst. Makes you look at the word's name.
I just threw Rend into the thesaurus and picked a word, and then I went.
Rend means to tear. So,
the Riven Annals.
I like it. The Riven ends. How about
like it's close, but at the same time, it's also.
You mean annals like books, right? Like collections.
Yeah, books.
Yeah.
Or collections, right?
Yeah.
A record of events year by year.
What is that? Is that the monastic order? That title?
Yeah.
What is that for? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So essentially, they just keep like
the
given that
of the
Riven
Annals.
they have the their secret order keeps track of everything about Ren. Maybe what they publicly do, on top of being this charitable thing, they also like are the record keepers of every war and fight.
I'm going to call them the keeper of the annals, and their real name is the keeper of the Riven animals. That's the inner circle.
What about the stewards of the annals? So like
stewards, I like that better than keepers.
Stewards, and like the annals are like the thing. Ooh, I like the idea you said, Steve, about them publishing it. Maybe it's like they're not like their Bible. What do they call? What's the
almanac?
No, what's the thing? The towel. The towel, right? That's what Buddhists use. A towel. Is it yeah, the towel, like the towel of Riven, or something like that.
That could be the name of the actual record, yeah.
Records,
or maybe it's a collection. That'd be cool. How about this? They have they have found over the years a way of finding things that Rend used to own or operate or touch, and they have a collection. And the small collection that they have is called the Tau.
Yeah, like the Holy Grail and shit. Like pieces of like
They use them as meditative aids, like channel. Or what is that called that you channel through as a druid?
Yeah, because there are places in the world where she used to go, like the Black Fang, and where she went to like the Halls of Isaac before it went up in the air and then came back down and got destroyed. So you could find like pieces of art or furniture, or like you said, like just bowls and shit. Maybe they have like the Shroud of Torn or something, like a piece of her clothing or some shit like that.
Yeah, and they use as meditative properties, and like they're
really like artifacts though. They just haven't been like unlocked or used and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they're artifacts.
They're artifacts just because they were so close to her for so long.
And even though they're so close to her and they're seen as important, they're not seen as symbols of power. So there's not a power struggle over them, like an Imperial seal, for instance.
Yeah, like a real artifact you find like in our world, in IRL. It's like just a very old thing that represents something important to other people at another time.
But I think that their purpose as record keepers and their purpose or their respect for Rend in that aspect would probably make them decently untouched by organized groups.
Well, that's why if you make them stewards, they could both protect like the written word and all these physical objects.
Almost like Red Cross privilege. Like, they're at the battlefield. You just let them move. Why? Because they're here to keep a record of the battle. They're not here to participate in the battle.
You want to make these the monks that are at the Forbidden City? Is that who these people are?
Ooh, I think they're one of the orders at the
that would work. Yeah,
like 4 orders to represent each one of the big countries.
Yes,
this is the one from Gojira. Yes,
this is the Gojiran order.
Yeah, dude, and like the one from like the Troglodytes could be one that deals with like fire or explode or some shit
magical
like that.
Lore.
Yeah, dude, we could totally do that. I like this idea.
All right, so what I have is this is a scene at the very bottom of the Rise of the Monolithics. So the Lycan clan returns obviously to help defeat the Monolithics, having rediscovered their talent. As the final Monolithic falls, the blood flows from the creature, pulling in front of the Lycan clan. Slowly, a form emerges from the blood. Rend is reborn.
Dig. The undead Rend heart blood combined with the Alatun created. Alatun ends up creating her own enemy.
So what you're saying is Rend played the longest con.
The longest con.
I know exactly what goes under Imperial Gojira in the first event. The newly formed Rend takes control of Gojira.
Yeah.
As the newly encroached Iron Vice, and Imperial Gojira is born.
Yeah.
She dissolves the 13 clans, and it's
like she takes over and she calls herself the Iron Vice. She's like, "Oh, was that a time period you didn't like? I don't care. Get used to it now."
Right here, where the spine of Alatun goes missing, it's because Alexi Shadowheart here is like a rebel and steals one of the fucking Numerani and splits it up to other people. So this isn't actually a bad event now. I'm gonna change this to a good event because it's a good event now, based on what Corinth just
happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we have one more thing. No. Who start? Pookie, you need to finish this off. You just did.
Yeah, that's what I just said. What I want to do. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so Pookie's doing that.
That's the bad part. Right? By the time you get on the roll, it's time to end the broadcast.
I'm sorry.
Eventually, seriously, you get so into the creative juices that you could just be like, "Oh no, next idea, next idea."
So you got the juices running all over your face.
Somebody needs to write down that said about the 4 monastic orders. We should write that down somewhere because that was a really good idea. I forget it before next time.
I'm gonna write it down on paper. Yeah. We need one more thing to happen before we can close out.
Corinth needs to pick a legacy.
Corinth needs to pick a legacy. You don't have to explore it. No, you just have to pick it.
All right. Well, we already went over the damn.
You usually explore at the beginning. Remember?
Yes. Yeah. So we already went over the ritual. Honestly, I kind of want to go after that monastic tradition. That's what I'm thinking. Okay.
Yeah, I picture them. Oh, it's such a cool little thing that doesn't exist very much in anything I've read. Like, there's not a Red Cross order for history, like an untouchable group that both sides go, no, they're allowed to. I think that's neat. Can you just imagine that?
Yeah, pretty bad.
Like, imagine crossing no man's land in World War II. Why? Oh, because I just need to exchange data with the enemy so that we can, or with my other people, because I'm a third party to this. I need to go over and collect their data on the dead.
Cool.
Spice room.
And we're definitely gonna have to try and refresh ourselves before we come back to this again, because it's gonna be about 4 weeks before we touch this or Dawn of Worlds again.
Let us know what you guys want. Do y'all want to see more Dawn of Worlds? Do y'all want to see more Microscope? What are you guys enjoying the most? We want to know. We want feedback.
Or do you want to see us do what I want to do, which is a one shot of some kind?
Yeah.
Oh, one shot would be cool. We are trying to try and find a schedule. Whatever. We're gonna schedule some time. Yeah. We're gonna schedule some time somewhere and figure out how we all can get together and possibly. I don't know if it's possible at this moment. I'm just gonna say possibly have another broadcast night where we actually are going to do a role play.
Mm-hmm.
Where we actually are going to play a role-playing game. D&D might be it, but right now it sounds like we are picking at some other ideas. And yeah. Hit us up on the Facebook or
either way, we'll see you next week, Monday, 8 p.m. Central.
Exactly. I'm just rambling, so get me off the air.
Hey guys, thanks for showing up. For real, you guys have.
For real, guys, we had a blast.
See you again next week.
Yeah.
Drop by, say hi.
Oh Lord.